Well, well, well. Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Saturday. What's up, Tanya? How's everybody doing? I didn't think anybody was in here. Usually, y'all in the chat just talking, 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 talking. And today, ain't nobody in the chat. What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. Wait a minute. Let some more people get in here. We got two dramas to talk about today. And I want some realistic conversation from you guys today about these two dramas because they dealt with some real issues. And I looked at some of the other people who actually reviewed the two dramas we're talking about today. Go ahead and what is it? I guess Itaewon Class, really good ones. Oh, I'm glad you did precise. Yeah, it is. It is really. That is an interesting drama, and some people felt like with those dramas, a lot of people felt like with those dramas, they were painting women as bad. But today we're going to talk about some. With me, when I review things, I'm a realistic person, and I look at reality a whole lot when it comes down to dealing with real life issues that actually happen. I'm all for girl power, don't get it twisted, but we all know that there's some raggedy motherfuckers out here in our community that do crazy shit. Okay? And all families, every woman that you meet is not, you know what I'm saying, mother of the year that stay with their children. And that's something that I think some people got turned off about as far as Go Ahead was concerned, because they were like, oh, they painting all the women as bad mothers and all this other stuff. That's not true. You have to understand, just like you have good mothers, you got to have the twin. You're gonna have some bad mamas out there too, and some control freaks and all of those things that go in that mix. You know what, y'all? Before we get into all the drama reviewing and talking about this thing, I have a name for all of my subbies, and I had to think about it. I'm like, I know I call y'all my original gangsters, and y'all are my original gangsters, but I think I'm gonna start calling y'all my maymays. We gonna all be maymays. What do y'all think about that? The maymays, the Chinese drama maymays. Maymays and gugas. If we have any guys that ever come in my chat, y'all like it? Okay, then we gonna be. I'm like, what's up, maymays? All the maymays, the gangster maymays. But yeah, that was one thing I wanted, a new name for my subscribers. I want to talk to y'all about. So my subbies will be known as my maymays and my gugas, the guys that come in, because I do have some guys that do comment on a lot of my reviews. So that's gonna be my nickname for my subbies, is the maymays and the gugas. Okay, and then the other thing that I had to talk to you guys about are the fans. The fans that I told you I was ordering. I have ordered 10 because I didn't get a big feedback. Hey, Miss Shirley. I didn't get, yeah, the May gangsters. uh, I didn't get any feedback from you all about these fans. Now, some people, I got about maybe 3 people who set up their email me and said they wanted one of the Chinese drama addict fans. So I am going to be sending those out. So I only ordered 10. So send me your information as far as your addresses and stuff. So when they come in, I can ship them out. And like I said, these are gifts from me to you. You don't have to buy nothing from me. I'm not selling anything. I don't believe in, selling stuff and all of that. I don't believe in selling all that stuff. So send me your email, not your email addresses, but email me at ChineseDramaAddict@gmail.com and with your address so I can send you a fan from me to my maymays. Okay. So I wanted to let you guys know I only have 10, so that means I got 8 slots left. No, I'm sorry, 7 slots left. Okay. So if you want one, send me your email, your information so I can mail them out to you wherever you are. I don't care where you are in the world. We got some people who are like, I'm all the way in such. Girl, I'll send it internationally if you want one. So, like I said, the email address is ChineseDramaAddict@gmail.com. So yeah, so we got about 6 people in the chat so far. How many of you all were able to, you know what I'm saying, get a chance to watch all of that? Pretty hell fancy bling. You want to know what? A lot of I wear a lot of jewelry. I got my daughter calls it the magic box, because I have all kinds of jewelry, and she goes in there and like, "Man, you got something to go with this outfit?" You know I do. So for me, I find stuff all over the place, and I don't spend a lot for it. Like, these were $1. You know what I'm saying? I said these will go with this shit, this necklace I got at home. And I tend to wear a lot of stuff. What's up, family? Grant, Amanda, Miss Shirley, Tanya's in the house, Precise is in the house. All my regular maymays is up in here. What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Saturday to y'all. Happy Saturday. Okay, y'all got me here being a darn hole. I would be an off the chain empress. I would be, honey. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of these 2 dramas, since we are all pretty much almost everybody's in here. I think I'm missing Autumn Leaves and a couple of other people that usually be in here. I wouldn't have poisoned no. Yeah, I would have been your poison ace. We would have been cooking up some shit, Amanda. We would have been cooking up some shit. I was like, it wouldn't have been. I mean, literally, Mrs. just disappeared in their palace. Like, where the hell they go? To that place no one speaks of. Miss Shirley would be somewhere egging that shit on. What kind of death, Miss Shirley? Death by head banging. But yeah, so today we are going to be talking about the 2 Chinese dramas. Not Chinese dramas, Korean dramas. Let me get it straight. Korean dramas. Go ahead and Itaewon Class. Both that can be found. Well, one can be found on Netflix, and the other one I was watching, it was on Viki.com. And Viki.com got up to maybe episode like 20 something before you gotta wait till they, upload all of the English subtitles and stuff like that. So let's get on Go Ahead. Now, if you haven't seen it, Go Ahead basically is a drama about pretty much one widow husband and one soon to be, which he ended up being, divorced husband. They have children. One man that lives downstairs with his daughter has a daughter, and the man that lives upstairs, who is divorced, basically lives on the 3rd floor. And of course, it starts off with the wife being real shitty with a husband who is at least trying, but he works too much, and they have their issues. And what ends up happening is that their daughter ends up dying, in an accident, a young daughter. And as in any marriage, a death of a child will cause a marriage to get kind of rocky. You have to be a strong couple to deal with a child dying, period, and how it affects a mom and everything else. And a woman kind of has to understand, to a certain extent, to me, how hard it is for a man to relate sometimes. And then when he's also trying to be the breadwinner for the family, and you ain't doing shit all day, you know what I'm saying? And you're upset, and you got your issues, and I understand all of that. There's a lot that this particular husband has to go through. The man downstairs is a sweet guy. He loves kids, loves to cook. I loved him. I really did. Now, when you talk about this particular drama, yes, she was shitty. I hate that shit. The man upstairs' wife was awful. I didn't like her from the first episode because I felt like he was trying to understand her, trying to go along, and she's one of them women. And all of us are women up in here. We get in our moments, we get in our feelings, and we ain't shit a man could do every time we see him. Especially if it's something bothering us, we do not know how to verbalize and bring out. We act crazy as hell. Now, every woman in here can't agree to that. We have our moments where we get fucking stupid. We start bitching at any little thing and acting a fucking fool. I could relate, but she took it a little too far. And I was like, okay, if I was, and I always try to put myself in these men's shoes. I'm a strange woman that when men, I have a lot of male friends. I don't have a lot of good girlfriends. Okay, I count on one hand how many female friends I have, and all on my body parts how many men friends, very close men, male friends I have. So I kind of understand a little bit because I'm a little bit more open-minded than most. But when she started all that nitpicking and shit, and it was a couple of times when she was talking to him, I was like, it would have took everything in me to knock that bitch across the room, because she was just really pushing the point. And I believe she also had a slight problem of being an alcoholic too. Quiet as kept. I think that may come out a little bit later. She looked by Miss Shirley. She was very much so bipolar, I think, and depressed. And I get that, but I don't even think she worked, because she was always at home waiting for him to come home to start talking crazy and start some shit. I mean, if you picked it, I was really looking at this bitch like, you know what? You need some girlfriends to tell you to get your shit together. Okay? But what ends up happening is, to me, as far as this episode and where I'm looking at it, where the writers are going with this, not all women are great women or great mothers. That's something that I think us as women, we are all for girl power, and I'm all for women and all of that shit. And I'm not a feminist by a long shot. I do believe in being independent to a certain degree, but I'm not a feminist at all. Because you do need men for shit. Now, I'm a strong bitch. I'll be the first person to tell you this. There's a lot of shit that I do around this house. A lot of shit men be like, damn, you know how to do that? But at the end of the day, when you get older, you do realize you do need men for certain things. And especially in a family with raising children. Girls are different than boys. They need a mama, period. Okay? Now, what my issue that I had with this, and a lot of different reviewers that I've been looking on the internet and I've been watching, basically set up there and said, you know what, they try to paint women as all bad. I did not see that in this. I saw that somebody said, you know what, we always dragging men. Well, we're going to drag a couple of bitches in this drama. And they did. They talked about them women that don't nobody want to talk about in none of our races. That ain't shit. Okay? That ain't shit. That woman, the husband that lived on the upstairs on the second floor, his wife, yes, they lost a child. Yes, he worked all the fucking time. Yes, you know what I'm saying? He was always gone. But the one thing I could see about him was he was consistent. He was always gone, even when she was gone. And the other man was raising his son, basically helping taking care of him. He was always gone. His job clearly was demanded. And I believe she should have understood that part, okay? Now, because it's just like if you marry a musician. And I know this because I manage a lot of people that deal in music. You can't expect somebody who's got a job where they're going to have to be around, gone all the time, to all of a sudden, once you marry them, end up, what's up, Berna? Whatever, once you marry them, that they're going to automatically just stop because your ass married them. I always tell guys that get new girlfriends, did you explain to her that you're not going to be at home, that you're not going to be a 9-to-5 brother or a 9-to-5 guy? You understand? Some people need to understand that before they get into these type of relationships, that you don't have a normal, and especially with a police officer or anybody that does that kind of stuff, they're gonna be kept depending on the situation at work a lot. So I get it. She's going through a mental thing, and it's way beyond her, and she actually needs some professional help. But what I did not like is whether I need help or not, and I lost a child, I'm not finna neglect the other child that's sitting here. She acted as though the other child didn't even fucking exist. He didn't even matter. And I had a problem with that. And any woman watching this would have had a problem with that. Because we all go through things. Now, We got me personally, I can relate to this because I went through a situation in my time where I could not raise my daughter because I wasn't mentally there. Okay. When I was younger, right in my mid-20s, I was raped brutally. I mean, bad, 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 bad. And my mind was not there. I literally told my mama, you're gonna have to take my daughter for a while until I get this back together because this was not here. You understand? So I get when bad things happen. Yes, the mind is not there. You can't be the mom you used to be. Okay, and you have to pull it together. But at the same time, you also know you can't leave your children anywhere. When that happened in this particular drama, sat up there and just said, "Oh, she's just gonna give the baby to Lu Jinjin or whatever her name is, the little girl." I was like, "What the fuck?" And then walked off. I was like, "Oh my god, are you fucking serious right now? You just gonna walk off? You gonna pack your shit and walk off?" And that was because at the moment that the argument that they had the day before, he's knocked the shit out of her. Honestly, that knocking the shit out of, it was a little overdue as far as I was concerned, because I would have knocked her ass into next week and met her ass on Tuesday because of her attitude. It just got to be too much. This man just getting home from work, you talking crazy as hell, and you keep picking at him to the point that everybody in the whole fucking neighborhood basically knows all your business. Now, see, that's where I'm a different type of woman. We don't do sets and shows in my relationships for the neighbors or the street people to see. In the street, you better act like you love my ass, even if you ready to choke the shit out of me at this very moment. Until we get in this motherfucking house, you better act like you love me and everything is everything. And we are the power couple of the century. And we get in this motherfucker, we can throw down our way we want to throw down, but we're not going to throw down to the point that everybody in the neighborhood know our business. And unfortunately, she was one of them throwing shit, making sure that everybody kind of knew what was going on. Now, jumping to the other little boy, the little boy's mama that was standing there with the man downstairs trying to get a date. Did you all peep how she was basically scoping him out to see whether or not if he had any money or what kind of person he was before she dumped that motherfucking baby off on him? Because basically she just dumped her child off on him. I don't think it was nothing wrong with her mom or any of that shit. I think she just didn't want to be bothered. That man was not a good, as far as she was concerned, a good pick for her to jump off and do what she was going to do. She was looking for somebody with that dough. And before it was over, it kind of came out because the little boy's father was poor. He didn't have nothing. And she left him. But she was pregnant. And she just dumped this baby off on somebody. That part, I've seen that in my own neighborhood. So when the writers were talking about this type of shit, I was like, okay, come and talk about the bitches that ain't shit and the men that do stay and raise the babies, because those are realities in our society. They really are. And I'm an equal opportunist for dragging motherfuckers. I'm not going to sit up here and say, well, all women are wonderful and caring and nurturing and know damn well they're not. You can go in your neighborhood, I don't care, anywhere in this world, and find a raggedy bitch that ain't doing right by her children. Am I lying? Okay, so when they did bring out this drama to address those issues, and I was actually, that's what made me watch Go Ahead, because I was like, okay, come with it. And people were like, oh, they were just doing that for drama. I didn't feel like they were doing it for drama. I didn't feel like they were doing it for drama. I think they literally talked about some women who go for self. They really do. And they are out here, and we know them. And some of them may be in our fucking family. Let's keep it 100. Okay, I know a lot of guys who have full custody of their kids, and I'm like, how the hell did that happen? A raggedy bitch was on fucking deck when they got married, and he didn't know that that was going to end up that way. But he cared enough about the kids to say, I'm going to go on without you. So I was really, to me, it was a breath of fresh air to actually see them deal with situations where women are not perfect. That's number one. Number two, all of these babies and the things that they are feeling and going on with them, and for them to come together and actually heal one another. The little girl taught the older boy how to miss his mom, but you know what I'm saying, but be open to other people to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Letting them see that my daddy miss my mama all the time, and even though he don't act like it, I know this because he has this and this and this around. She was helping, but that little girl had me dying because she was a little tough little mix. I loved her. I loved the little girl in this, and I loved how the kids, they had great acting. I loved how the kids stood up to each other, but I also saw how this was going to play out when they got older. Because the little girl kept asking the little boy from upstairs from the first time she saw him, marry me. I was like, what is that about? And that had me dying. And then the little boy that got left by the mom, that little boy let her get away with any and everything because he liked her a lot. So you kind of see a lot of things that are going to end up happening later on with the interactions of them being children and them growing up and getting older. Where I started to kind of, start to get weird is that, yes, none of them are related. But for me, if I say, and we've grown up since we were little kids, 5, 6 years old, or 8 years old, and we say we brothers and sisters, I consider you my fucking brother. I've got people like that in my life right now. We grew up when we was little. They were pretty much close to my family the same way I was close to, you know what I'm saying? They were close to my family. I was close to them like a brother or sister. And to this day, we still think of each other like sisters and brothers. Okay? Never did it really cross the line ever. So that's where this kind of got kind of creepy for me. I'll be honest with you, because I'm like, if you my brother and I grew up with you, I'm going to look at you always like that. That's like if you marry into my family. No, you're not my blood brother-in-law, but that don't mean I'm gonna look at you now like he fine as hell. No, he cute, but that's my brother-in-law, and I am not gonna look at you any further than that. Okay. But with kids growing up and stuff like that, like I said, I don't know how the writers wanted to explain that shit, that both brothers started liking this girl, but that was weird. That was really fucking weird. But either way, that oldest brother upstairs, I might have to make an exception for him because he was fine. That boy was fine as hell. And he looked, and the way he kept looking at her, I was like, boy. And then the way he was telling her, come over here and all that shit, I was like, Lord, I don't know if I can keep up with the good guy. You somebody else good guy. You know about good guy. That boy was cute. He was incredibly handsome. I was like, damn. The other boy, I would have said, yeah, you my brother with no problem. But that boy from upstairs, what? Okay. But as they grew up, like I said, I understood how they were together. And what I did not like is that the brothers, you know what I'm saying, did the separation. Now, there's another character I wanted to talk about. The little tiny boy whose mama left him, the other brother that's not all that good looking, well, for us, not all that good looking, his motherfucking daddy. That dude, that piece of shit. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You've been away from this child his whole fucking life, and he's just supposed to accept you when you walk in the door because you got a couple of coins now. When he threw that chicken and shit down the damn stairs, I was like, hell yeah, throw that shit at that motherfucker. Throw that shit at his ass. How you gonna come in and try to buy somebody? That part was very much so realistic. And like that little boy said, I will never accept you because I got a daddy that's doing all the daddy shit. And you just showed up with your little cute little suit on and how he tried to get this man's business and everything taken from him. I was like, this motherfucker. There's a moments where you have to fucking murder a person. I knew it was going to happen too, Verna. I knew it was going to happen too. But my problem that I have with it is that the father didn't exercise any kind of, you know, being a little bit more discreet or being a little bit more softer in his approach. You cannot just, even if you are a parent, if you haven't been there and that child gets past a certain age where they're able to understand right from wrong, they damn near grown. When you're talking about teenagers, 17, 18 years old, you cannot come to them with that "I'm your daddy and do what I say" shit. Okay, there, especially if you've been absent. I wish the motherfucker would. Okay, my father and my mom divorced when I was 3 years old. Okay, 3. And my father came back around, I think when I was like maybe 20 something. I'm your daddy, you need to respect me. I said, excuse me, brother, I don't know you. He got a taste of the real from me. I don't know you. So what you're going to do is you're not going to be screaming in front of my mama. That's number one. And number two, you're not going to be at this house talking about who needs to respect anybody at all. What you can do is bounce your ass off this porch. And that was me at about 22. And I knew who he was. I was very angry with him because of how he did my mom. But at the end of the day, you can't expect a child to just accept you because you say I'm daddy. Okay? You just can't expect that. You were not there. You were not there during their rearing. So what did you think he was gonna get? And then you're gonna do evil shit to try to get your way. I had a problem with that. And then when he came to the house, I loved it when the two daddies were sitting on the couch. I'm like, get him. When he walked in and they had that look like staring his ass up and down, I was like, yes, that is the exact way this should have been. That was the exact greeting he should have gotten, because he walked up in their house, number one, talking, acting like their house wasn't shit. That's number one. Number two, then you want to sit there and offer them money? You trying to buy your child back? When they kicked his ass out, that was excellent. That was a perfect, I'm sorry. I've never in my life seen anybody do that. And from another race. Because I know with black folks, it would have been on and popping. Black folks, it would have been on and popping. All right? And them southern white girls them southern white folks from down south, it would have been on and fucking popping. Get your ragged ass off my porch. But at the end of the day, it wasn't right. Right, verdict, 911. Okay, 911. Honestly, it would have been one of those situations that, as far as I'm concerned, I expected those men to do that. I said, see, this is where men have them meeting in the boys' room meetings, like how women have the meeting in the ladies' room. See, I loved us being able to get a chance to see how men would handle that. Okay, I really did. I love that because I know how men gonna deal with each other. Okay, I know how men gonna deal with each other, and it ain't gonna be fucking pretty. Cause see, they'll beat the shit out of one of each other. Women will knock the shit out of each other too. Get too fresh, but you know what I'm saying. I love that fact that they did stand together and they stood together as a family. And then there was one standout episode that I particularly liked was when, you know, the real sweet dad that cooks, when he started drinking, when the auntie came over there fucking up the energy in the house, baby. When he got enough of that liquid courage, he had me crying. He had me crying. Because, we didn't know all that he had watched with this little boy. How he had came and got this day. When they came to visit the little boy and he saw how dirty, he wasn't even being kept. He got bad shoes on his feet. He said, I'll take the boy. I was like, this man is the sweetest man on the planet. Sweetest man on the damn planet. I loved him. I loved how he just took the initiative and said, you know what, I got a house, I can make a way. And then this little baby's in there washing clothes and stuff and everything. And he did that all the way till he was an adult, trying to pay his own little way. And then auntie coming here talk about what you should feel this way and that way about. And I'm like, bitch, would you shut the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? You ain't been here. Why is you tripping? Why is you got all this mouth? You his motherfucking blood auntie. Why ain't he at your house? And then they showed that when he was staying with the grandma and the auntie, how they was keeping him. But then you come over to their house and talk shit about how he should be with this man. I was like, these people got more nerve than a fat bitch in a thong at the beach. I cannot believe it. I was like, it was beyond me. It was beyond me. So there were parts that, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, Nervy? But I just could not believe her mouth. And when he got a chance to get enough liquid courage to basically, he kind of shamed her into shutting the fuck up. He really did, because anybody after he said what he had to say, it was quiet. Yeah, oh yes, Amanda. Then the bitch had the nerve to bring her broke ass over there and ask for 20. I would have muffed that bitch in the face. I'm like, I'm sorry. I got a long memory, and shit like that stands out. As soon as, if you said any kind of crazy shit to me at one point in time, and then you got the nerve to come to me and ask me for some of my coins, that shit just comes back into my mind. Why? And I'm like, really? Okay, I would have to be, that's gonna be a no, honey. An absolute no. You will not come to my house in front and think I'm gonna be okay with that. And then ask me for some change. I was through. I was through with for the 20,000. And a part of me felt like, I'm not sure if you all felt like this. I felt like either she's trying to scam like the mama scammed. Because at first that's how I felt. I'm like, this bitch asking him for $20,000. What the fuck? I'm feeding your nephew. I'm giving him a fucking place to stay. And bitch, you want to come over here and beg too? I would have kicked her out. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have been able to give her that kind of money. That's why I was like, he was sweeter than me. I'm a petty bitch. And I would have been, the head vice president of the petty department, Pat, would have been on staff that morning. Because it wouldn't have been me. I'm like, I'm sorry, girl. You're going to have to get a job or something. That's would have been me. I'm sorry. Pettiness would have came out because I felt like she was scamming. All of this time, you've been coming back and forth visiting. You never asked me for money before. And then you got tears in your eyes and you don't even got no conversation really for the brother. You just waiting there for the cash. I felt like that was a scam. I really did. But I don't know yet. We don't know because the drama is not finished yet. But and my other issue I had is that when all of them went away to college and the daughter, you know what I'm saying? The daughter basically, she was mad at all of them for getting ready to go away and really not talking to her. And I had a problem with the brothers about that. They should have sat down and talked to their sister and said, hey, we doing this for this reason and that reason. And the younger boy with the father with the money, I get where he was coming from with that, but it's so much shady shit going on. I really don't know why they ended up coming back. You're beginning to find out now in different episodes, the latter episodes, that something was going on with the mom. And the reason why the older boy came back from what is that, from Singapore, and there's a lot of why they're back. I don't understand, and I guess we're gonna find that out. But as far as I'm concerned, when the girl in this, she was pissed off. I understand the pissed offness. But when she got to a point when she sat at that table and told them, "You're not my real brothers anyway," I think I would have grabbed that bitch from across the motherfucking room. Because those kind of relationships just don't go like that. I understand you mad. I understand you felt like they abandoned you, but you couldn't have sat at my table and said no shit like that at my dinner table without me jumping in your ass with both feet as a parent. The dads were very nice and let her feel the way she wanted to feel. But I don't give a shit how old you are. I got a 20-something-year-old. And if she said some crazy shit like that, it would have been a meeting in the other room. Unless your ass want to get embarrassed in front of everybody right here. And since it's family, your ass gonna get embarrassed. Okay? But I did not like the fact that she kind of handled them like, we ain't family anyway. That kind of bothered me. I said the nerve of the mothers coming back and acting the way. Oh yes, oh yes. I tell you, the mothers coming. That when that bitch came back, I couldn't. I'm telling you, God made me a woman for a reason. Because if I been a man and I had a bitch like that, and she gonna bring her ass back talking shit, the way he went off on her at that restaurant, they would have had to call the police on me. Because you know in the Korean shows, Koreans get loud and shit. They get loud like black people. They get loud like black people. I'm like, how you just gonna go and visit a motherfucker and don't even tell the daddy that I want to see him first? Okay? You supposed to have a conversation as parents first before you do that shit. She went up, see him, and then wondered why she got the cold shoulder. I mean, I was kind of through with that. I was really fucking through with that. So that, and then she wanted him to come home with her. Well, I think she got into a car accident. That bitch could have fell off the nearest cliff. I wouldn't have went nowhere to take care of her. But did you see how her family handled that bitch? Did y'all see that? That brother? When they found out that she was gonna need a lot more help getting back on her feet and all of that, bro, talk about, I got my own life. I can't help you out, girl. You on your own. And then he gonna tell the son, you need to help your mama. I would have been like, are you out your motherfucking mind? This bitch left me to another child for her to take care of me. She didn't give a fuck how I made it. Now you want me to sit up here and help this bitch? You got me fucked up. Petty Department Pat would have showed up again with her hat on. President of the Petty Department now, okay, when it came down to that. I was through with that. And this boy said, where is your mama? They would have been scared to leave me with him, with her. Because if it had been my daddy and they said, oh, your dad is sick right now, and I ain't seen this motherfucker since I don't know when, and he thought, oh, he's sick and he needs his kids around him, I would have told him, what you want me to do, kill his ass faster? Because that's all that's going to happen if you ask me to help take care of this motherfucker. Okay? And I would have been just like that. You don't want this petty bitch over there, so don't ask me for no fucking help. Go, she's supposed to be rich, go get her a nurse. Why couldn't she have a nurse? I did not understand how is it that you as a brother, this was her brother, literally dumping a woman that never gave a shit about this boy. He's gonna dump his sister off on him. I was like, that was a lot of nerve. I couldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it. And then the other thing was, let's go back a couple of episodes before that. Her mother, the oldest boy's grandma. Did you see that bitch bring the new baby and drop her off at the goddamn restaurant? Just drop her. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, you can't leave this baby here. I mean, the good daddy, the one that can cook who at the restaurant, he was like, you can't leave. He said it too nice. You can't leave her here. Take her with you. Okay, I got enough fucking kids. This bitch gonna grab her umbrella and walk up. I would have been in the rain and I would have said that you better take this child or I'm calling the fucking police. You're not gonna drop no more kids over here. After your wife done left one, now you finna bring another one from another motherfucker over here. You got me fucked up. But, honey, that's what got me. Grandma, talking about, oh, I was just doing that to make him be around his daughter. I was done. I was fucking done. You right, treat her like Dolores said, baby. Woo! And yeah, she was crazy. Correct, she was crazy and had her own agenda too. But I was just looking at the nerve. I'm telling you, the nerve. The nerve level was like, I said, these Chinese people got some motherfucking nerve, because it wouldn't have been me. It would have been a hot time in motherfucking Wuhan that day. Because I'm sorry. Them old bra, that old bra would have got a mouthful. I wouldn't have cared if she was an old lady or not. You're not gonna drop no more kids off over here. Knowing how her husband feels right now. Oh, it was awful. Just leave your kid at the goddamn noodle shop like it's a regular thing around here. What the fuck is going on with all these bitches? That's why I was like, I stayed because I was like, I got to see what's gonna happen. Are these kids gonna grow up and tell these hoes off or what? But I just could not believe it. And then on top of that, the mother was so big bragging about what all her daughter had and all this shit. But then you just want to just jump, you want to get your oldest son back when it's convenient for you. Problem with that. Okay, it don't matter what kind of life he's living, what situation he's in, how he's got along from this point. It's about all what you want. There was a lot of selfishness going on in this drama with the women in this, but it could not be not expected. It was selfish in what they did by leaving those children in the first damn place. And if you noticed, as that little girl grew up, she was very disrespectful to her mother. She said, "Oh, that needs a t-shirt." Sorry, that's with me. I'm serious. I could not believe that. It was a lot of things in this that with their parents, dysfunctionalism, kids having anger issues. I would have been a kid with an anger issue like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, because I would have had a serious issue with all the parents in this. And then at the same time, the neighbors wasn't shit. They busy with their mouths running, but they doing what neighbors do. Because even in black communities, you got them neighbors that sit around and watch you get in and out your car. They done came up with all kind of narratives about what's going on in your damn life. God forbid they see anything of you getting a little upset or heated at something, and they make a whole nother damn story about what's going on in your house. So they was doing what neighbors do. I just hate that they was messing with children. See, that's why I draw the line that children you don't do that with. Okay, nosy ass neighbors gonna do what nosy ass neighbors do, and if they get too out of pocket, I'm the type of person to tell you, mind your damn business. Okay, all right, mind your business. Go and find something to do before you find yourself getting your fucking feelings hurt fucking around with Pat. Because I am the queen of hurt your damn feelings. All right, but especially when you stepping into stuff that has nothing to do with you. But as far as I'm concerned, this particular drama, amazing drama. I'm gonna continue watching it. I hope you guys have liked it too. But like I said, I did not get what some different reviewers on YouTube were talking about. They felt like the writers were misogynist and misogynistic, painting all the women to be bad and all of that. No, I think what they did is that they went over into the darker side of parenting when it comes down to you can have the opposite sex that ain't a good parent. It's not all just men. Just like I always tell people this when I talk to them about relationships. And people look at me crazy when I say this, but I say it takes two people in the demise. If there's a relationship with two people, it takes two people to make the demise of the relationship commence. Two, period. All right? It ain't all him and it ain't all you. At some point, it's both of you. And you have to admit that. And when people cheat, oh, you cheated with a hoe. It was something about that hoe you liked because there's a hoe in you. We have to fess up to certain things about ourselves. Okay? And a lot of men don't like to fess up to the fact that, well, if you walked and stepped outside your marriage, you stepped out your marriage because there's something about that particular hoe you stepped out of marriages that you like. There's something about a hoe you like, and your wife is not a hoe. And if you don't like women that are not hoes, you shouldn't have never married her. You should have married a hoe so you can get everything that you should expect out of a hoe. Simple. Simple shit. And that's the reason why, like I said, a lot of people don't like coming to me because I tell them straight up what it is. You understand? And You can't get upset when it's like, well, he did this and he did that and nah. You ain't tell nobody that your ass was bipolar, did you? No. You ain't tell somebody that you need medication for that shit. No. So it ain't all just him. It's you too. Okay? And or either that you hid who the fuck you really was from the get. If you was a goddamn gold digger and you found out, oh, he was faking the fuck to get you, and then you find out when you get in the house he ain't got shit but a bed on cedar blocks, you should have did a little bit more due diligence. You should have vetted a little harder. You understand what I'm saying? And then on top of that, I always tell people who somebody gonna be today might not be who they gonna be tomorrow. So don't make your moves too soon. Because in the situation of the little boy, he was somebody that didn't have a lot of money. And then strangely enough, he came into money, or I think he married into money. More than likely is what happened. But when he got the money, he forgot what it was to be poor because he came in those men's house talking about how their house look and how small and do you actually stay in here? And I was like, your ass ain't gonna be standing here too much longer, motherfucker, because you and your suit gonna be falling down them damn stairs. You understand? You're not gonna come and disrespect my shit. And stand, I'm supposed to stand there and take it. Because this house is where your child's been raised. You understand? But that's how that went. But moving on, like I said, this particular drama dealt with a lot of things, ladies. And like I said, I'm an equal opportunity drag. If men can act the ass, they gonna get dragged. And if women act the ass, they gonna get dragged. So you can hate, like it or hate it. That's just who I am. If you are the type of person that, oh, I just, girl power, girls. I'm not girls, because some of us girls is fucked up. Okay. Like, what's your dad's equity? Exactly. You better ask them questions. What's wrong with your credit? You better been to jail? Okay, what'd you go for? You understand what I'm saying? You got any venereal diseases? Strange shit? How many diseases have you had in your time that involves your privates? Okay? Do you got some kids you don't know shit about? You understand? You got some mental problems. Your mama got mental problems. Your daddy got mental problems. But you know what I'm saying? You got to do background checks on people because a lot of people hide who they are. They really do. Okay, they really hide who they are because they want to impress you so much. They want you to think they're the best things since fucking Swiss cheese, and the reality that they not. And a lot of men don't like me because I tell them, hey, this is who I am. I'm like this every fucking day. Either you can handle it or you can't. Yes, I curse like a sailor. That's some shit that goes on in my family. So if you ever come to a family dinner and you hear us talking to each other and you might hear a rogue motherfucker that we talking, get thrown out there, that's who we are. If you're one of those churchy people or you mind harsh, you can't deal with harsh language. We don't curse at each other. We curse like in the midst of a conversation, not calling each other out of each other's names and shit like that. You understand? But I said, but if you fuck up calling one of us a bitch, you're going to get knocked the shit out of them. I'm going to tell you right there. You might as well kiss your whole ass goodbye because 4 bitches going to try to choke you before you leave. So it's one of those things that you have to understand what you're getting into when you're getting into involved with people, period. And you have some people that, perfect story, my story. I had one guy because he saw how I was, and I made the mistake of inviting someone to my house before I had came to their house. And he told his mother about me, and they just all were just showering me with all of this wonderfulness and, oh, you're so sweet. I was getting strangely enough, I was getting very, very uncomfortable with how nice these people were. I'm like, what's going on here? What they're doing is that they were trying to make themselves so nice because they thought I had money. Okay? So they were trying to push him off on me. And I'm seeing this shit. I'm like, look, I don't move like that. So I don't know what's going on. But strangely enough, that's what people do. They think you something and then and they try to get in on it. And I think that's what ended up happening with this particular one, yeah, she thought, hey, I mean, when you're in love with somebody, you don't care if they broke. You just want to be in love. You and all that little foo-foo feeling shit. And then reality sets in when babies start coming into it. Love don't pay no motherfucking bills. Okay? And that's when people change. And then all of a sudden you get this evil, angry bitch that's mad every day because she thought that she was going to live the lifestyles of rich and famous. And all of a sudden, it's not like that. And if you're not ready to struggle with somebody, then you don't need to be there. You don't need to be in no relationship, period. You need to be in a relationship with yourself. Because if you want that kind of equity and money, you need to acquire that yourself, then come to the table. But that's me on my rant. On to the next drama, which is the Itaewon Class. Y'all, this particular drama was the best drama as far as I was concerned about business chess. If you want to see a game of fucking human chess being played, watch this drama. Number one, it's got some moral things going on. Rich folks, where they figure because I'm rich, I can treat people any kind of motherfucking way and humiliate people anytime, place, or wherever I want to. And how you run into that one motherfucker that's like, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You're not finna treat me like that. That's what this drama was about. This one little boy saw, he came here, him and his daddy, normal situation. Sorry, I don't know why people always call him house. Normal situation. Daddy's son. Daddy done taught the son some values about certain things in life. Same values I instill in my child, and anybody with any good sense was instill in their child. What that man instilled in his child was how his son should be a man. Period. A man, period. Not no spaghetti back weak bitch, but a man. Don't matter how much money you got. Be a man. Okay? Even if it costs you something. Be a man. This drama had me in my feelings because I'm a tough bitch. And if I had sons, bye Verna, love y'all, bye. But if I had a son, I would have did the same shit. This boy saw another child getting bullied on. He stood up. He didn't give a shit if this boy that was doing the bullying had money or not. Everybody let this boy get away with all kind of shit. He even checked back with the teacher saying, you see this shit going on over here? You ain't finna do nothing about it? Teacher looked out the window. That nigga said, okay, since he ain't gonna do nothing about it, I'm finna whoop your ass. End of story. Okay? It should have went that way. But what ends up happening is they get the boy expelled. Dad said it's cool, but the dad stood next to his son in his decision of standing up for something. The boy's father, who was the bully. The reason why that boy was like that is because his daddy was like that. See, I told y'all you follow a stupid child home and a stupid parent is going to open up the door. Same thing with bullying. You find a child that bullies, you're going to find a bullying parent at home. Period. That man wanted that boy to sit there and kiss his motherfucking feet. Get on your knees. First of all, I would have been like, nigga, are you gay? What's this getting on my knees shit? What's wrong with you? See, he wouldn't have fucked with me because I would have made him feel funny about the whole thing. What you talking about getting on your knees, bro? You another dude, man. What the hell is somebody getting on their knees for? You understand? What's up with that? But he wanted him to get on his knees and beg him for forgiveness to this punk ass son of his. Hell to the no. Hell no. Not on my worst day. Not on the day I'm feeling like I'm the worst person to ever walk the fucking earth and I'm lower than a goddamn bug. Ain't no way. For that little blonde head idiot? No. Take me to jail. Lock my ass up. And that's exactly how all right, I gotta do what I gotta do. But it didn't stop there. The boy with his little new fancy fucking car ends up killing his dad. That was heartbreaking to me. But I loved how they came and let him whoop on that ass just a little bit for me. That whooping on that ass was so sweet. I was like, whoop his ass. Then when he went got the rock, that was signature Pat right there. Go brick his ass. Brick his ass a few times. I was like, oh Lord. But I'm glad he didn't kill a boy. But you see how there are some situations where you keep meeting these same motherfuckers through life. No matter what, you done had an incident with them, and then another part of life, here they come again. All right? But because of that situation, him beating his ass, he gets put in jail because the daddy did what rich people do, which is, what do? Cover for they fucking raggedy ass piece of shit ass children. He covered for him, and this boy ended up going to jail. Now, where I had my issue in this drama, the girl he was liking. Oh, I don't know what to say about her. She was such a disappointment. I mean, in the end, she redeemed herself. But she was such a disappointment in this. Her character was a disappointment, and he just happened to like her. And I was just like, I don't know why, throw this bitch away. But the character that I liked was a psychopathic, crazy bitch. She was sadistic than a motherfucker, but she was that old man's match. Okay? She really was. I love the fact that she was on his side, though. She could kick a motherfucker's ass. Did y'all see that shit when she had the drinks and the dude wanted to sit up there and hang out with her? And she's like, look, I ain't got time. I don't like you. I don't like how you look. I don't like your hair. I don't like shit about you. I'm out. And then the dude wanted to smack her all in the face. She beat his ass. She flipped that motherfucker. I love her. Why don't I have friends like this? Oh my God. I need friends like that. And not only was she was very smart, crafty, all of that. I loved her character. Everything about her character I loved. But this particular drama was literally a business chess game being played out in front of your face. And also life of how situations can mold you into the person that you're going to end up being. Because he was looking at that man to get revenge, but he also revered that man too, because he's like, okay, this man started his own business, he did his own thing, but he did it in the wrong way, and he taught his children wrong too, because he was a psychopath himself. If you want to go ahead and put it out there, that old man was a psychopath, and he was literally the president of all presidents of petty. You want to see petty in its highest form, watch that old dude in this drama. That's how far being petty can take you. Petty, honoring evil. Because he was an evil old bastard that was mad at this young boy. And the reason why he was mad at him, because he was looking at himself. I knew that from the first episode. From the first episode, the reason why he got in that boy's face and looked at him, he was looking at himself younger. You have to understand, with dealing with children, you will find yourself in kids growing up. You really will. And he was one of the people that found themselves growing up. And his son wasn't shit. He liked the girl and didn't know how to open up his mouth and say it, but he thought that his money and everything was supposed to be so flashy and so great that was automatically going to make her come his way. And did y'all hear her when she said, I don't like poor guys? And he still went after her? I mean, no woman sets out to date a poor guy, but damn, from the door, I just need some money. I was like, really? How do you get your boyfriends? It's clear you don't have one and ain't never gonna have one. But this is a perfect example of who you are today may not be who you're gonna be tomorrow. So with that particular drama, I loved it from beginning to end. I felt like the different people that came on board with him had their own stories. I love the transgender girl. They addressed a lot of different issues inside this drama. with racism, racism against transgender people, um, just and people who've taken the wrong direction in life, and when they are in their own mindsets and they can't see that just because you took this direction don't mean that's the only direction for you to go. Because the guy that worked inside of the kitchen worked in his restaurant with him that he met in jail. In his mind, he thought he wasn't never gonna be shit. He thought he was never gonna be shit. And that other boy, our lead actor in this, he literally sat up there and told him, no, that's how you think, but I have a right to become whoever I want to become. That just because I'm here don't mean I got to stay in this type of mind frame. And he showed him that. He showed him that all his dreams that he said he had in his head, he made them come true, which actually changed his idea. Some people have to see you moving in a situation for them to believe that something is possible. Okay. Perfect example for me. When I started a record label, these guys in Chicago were like, ain't no way we gonna get all this music heard and we gonna get a record label and it's gonna be heard around the world. I came on the scene and I said, ain't nobody untouchable. What's wrong with you? All I gotta do is make a couple of phone calls and boom. Before I knew it, I had distribution in all 5 countries, including India, and everybody could buy Chicago house music, juke house music from me. Okay, they didn't think this was possible. Then it spun off into commercials. Then it spun off to the Ellen Show. Then it spun off into movies. I've had music for my label in movies. So you have to understand something. Nothing is impossible. And that's what he showed this guy. And this guy's mind frame changed, even though he was used to being pretty much like an enforcer for a street gang. And he could beat the shit out you. He had one of them on and off switches that was a motherfucker. I mean, he could beat the shit out of some people. I'm like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that little dog get off his leash under no circumstances unless it's completely necessary. And I like people like that because every once in a while you need people like that. And in this drama, he needed somebody like that in the end. But the girl that was in this, that our psychotic girl that was in this, I liked her because not only was she smart, she was very clever, and she knew what she was doing. But she was in love with him. You know, and there's some women, and I've been guilty of this too, you can like somebody and you make a whole entire world for them, and they still don't like you like that. That was a lesson that a lot of people did not see in this. It was an underlying thing. You know, her mother was trying to tell her, you going to go into business, you think he's going to be your wife, you're going to be his wife, and it might not work out that way because he might be liking somebody else. And in the situation she was in, it was like that. But it still worked out to her advantage. So that was a nice twist on it. Another character in here that puzzled me, the black boy. There was a black boy in this, and he said, I'm Korean because his daddy was Korean. And the girl, it kind of pissed me off a little bit being a person of color watching this because he's like, I'm Korean. He came to ask for a job and he could speak. They thought automatically he was a foreigner. He's like, I'm not a foreigner. My daddy's Korean. I'm Korean. And they like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But his mother was African and his daddy was Korean and he spoke fluent Korean. But when they went to a club, they said no Africans and foreigners, black foreigners allowed. Now that I have seen in China. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I haven't seen it. It does exist. And I was like, wow, they addressed that situation. And I was like, whoa, that was deep. You know what I'm saying? And I had never seen that ever in my lifetime of discrimination. You know, when you walk into a club and there ain't nobody black in there but you, where you at? Okay, but they don't stop you from coming in. Out there, it's like, no. And Russia's like that too. Okay, quiet as kept. Russia is like that too. I've been to Russia, and because I'm who I am, and they know who I am, that was the only reason why I was allowed in that club. But everybody else that looked like me wasn't allowed in that club. Okay, so these are realities that happen out here, and they addressed it. And I thought that was very interesting. They also addressed the transgender issue Now, for me, in my younger years, my clubbing years, I hung out a lot in the gay community because they had the best music ever. And anybody who's anybody was always inside hanging out in the gay community. Because in Chicago, we have this place called Boys Town. Fashion, and you want them a fashion, makeup, anything. All of that type of shit happens in Boys Town, and the best parties in the world. Halloween is off the fucking chain in Boys Town in Chicago. But you have a lot of different people. And for me, I get along with gay people very well. My two best friends are gay. So the thing about it is that I don't have a problem with women who choose to be a certain type of way, men or men that are women that are making a transition into that. But in society, you're going to have that. And they addressed that. And the reality was is that it was strong. She had to be strong within herself to sit up here and say, I'm here to cook. And I'm here to cook for my friends because they think I make good food, and my way of paying them back for being my strength and leaning on them is making them good food. And I had to applaud them for addressing that because those are real things in our society. So that actually, it touched on it. I'd say this drama touched on it a little bit and then came off of it. You know what I'm saying? They just threw something out there and said, okay, enough of that shit and move on. That is a low-key slide. No, man. I go to different places all over the place. You gotta understand. I travel because I am a brand here in Chicago. And I deal with a lot of me. I put it like this. If there was a pimp of DJs, you're looking at it, okay? I make DJ stars. And because I have a label, a lot of their original tracks are on my label. A lot of people come to me to find them. So I'm the gatekeeper here, okay? To some of your house heads, if you want Steve Hurley and all of these different people, before Frankie Knuckles died, if you wanted Frankie Knuckles, I can get you Frankie Knuckles, okay? You know what I'm saying? Though that's how I was. And when I would go over to other countries, they want these different people, these big names, and I would make those things happen. And it's easy for me to do it here because I'm on a computer, but every once in a while, if I want to expand the business, yeah, you got to go someplace. So many times I would put it like this: those club scenes you see in the movies, those are real things, and I've been right there in the middle of them being that. So I had two different personalities. I had two different personas. The one by day, working in law firms by day, and by night, I was boss lady of BTV, Bang the Box Recordings at night. Public urination. What? That is a damn con all day. Hello, Mr. Joe. That is a con. And that's one thing I can say over in China. That shocked the shit out of me. You just whip it out and just pee. I was like, wow. But at the end of the day, like I said, okay. It's like a secret. I am telling you, I'm a jack of all trades. Believe me, I told you I got more than one way of making money, honey. Okay, believe that. And all my ways are legal. But put it like this: I'm that person. If there was a character that would describe me when it comes down to certain things, I think it would be Michael Corleone in the Corleone family. That would be literally, if you ever seen, what is that? Godfather. Michael, the younger brother that ended up taking over the family of stuff, it would be me. That's my character all day, every day that I play in real life when it comes down to business. So I'm that person that goes in the dark rooms and I have my goons. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I do not have them, but I do. I have my goons and I make those deals that most men are afraid to make. And to be honest with you, I've gone places that are like, damn, she's a woman. She up this motherfucker. I'm a grown ass man. I'm ready to fucking cry in skies, and be scared. I may have been scared, but I didn't show it Because at the end of the day, I'm working for my clients, and my clients are my DJs, and we need this money. And I know these people do not like black folks, but they're going to find out that there's a black woman that is very, very smart. Okay? Very, very smart, and very, they tend to think Americans are not up on their, up on their ways of handling things. And I know exactly how they view me, but I've been respected by a lot of people from different races, and they like, I never met one like you. And I'm tough. I've gone places where I'm negotiating, and they was like, we ain't gonna make no money. I'm like, yes, you are. You're gonna make enough. Okay? But my boys do not leave America unless it's this much. So are you willing to pay? And the whole point is, all they're gonna say is no. You're talking to somebody that these people are poor. So anything I get them is going to be beyond anything that they thought they could get. But see, for me, I'm the type of person like this. Where I get off at is the fact that I can make you come off of a lot of money that you didn't think you were going, that you thought you were going to give me $500 and I made you give me 5,000. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. So at the end of the day, I'm going to make enough for me, and I'm going to make enough for them too. So they could be like, how the fuck you do this? You understand? But I get a high off of that. That's my high. That's my drug, is making deals that no one else has been able to make. And that's the reason why I get the respect that I get in this business that I'm in. Because when I call, I don't care what these people are doing. They literally answer the phone. Yes, Pat, what do you need? What is it? Because they know I'm only calling. If I call you, I only call you about money and how much you're going to make. You tell me, do you want to make it or do you not? Do you need more? What do you need? And I already know their prices. So for me, the biggest part about the fun for me is making somebody who only wanted to spend this much money spend that much money. So that's the reason why I do it, because that is my high. I get high off of making people do things that they would not normally do and give me money on levels that they would not give somebody else. And then on top of that, they will cheat somebody else and not cheat me. I've had my moments. I've had my mafia moments. And this is Chicago, honey. Chicago is Gotham. And if you're not ready to deal with these promoters that play games and stuff like that with you as far as money after you do these festivals and things like that, you should not be in the game. I've had to put a couple of people in a couple of trunks. I have. And they like, what? Do you got my money? They call me Stewie. You remember Stewie from Family Guy when he used to beat the shit out of people? Like, you got my money? Oh, this nice OJ. You got my money? So yeah, people tend not to mess with me when it comes down to that. In fact, they are very honest when it comes down to when I first started this. I had to be Stewie for a minute because I was the only woman, and still is to this day, in the game, in music, underground business, underground music in Chicago to this day. So yes, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting fleet, but that's my strange world. Y'all ain't supposed to know about that. Y'all me on here telling all my business. But yeah, when it comes down to that, they're like, she's dangerous as hell. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just shit. My business is simple. This is what you need. This is how much it costs. We do our part. You pay us. Simple shit. Where it gets unsimple is where we do our job. You don't pay us the amount that you agreed on, and I whoop your ass. That's simple. Those are the games. And because it's all men, they tend to think, oh, this is a groupie trying to be somebody. Then they find out that no, dude, they'll get on the phone. It's like, is you talking to her? You're talking to her? No, she's in your face. She came to see you. No, motherfucker, you better get that bitch your money. You better get that bitch your money because she gonna fuck your ass up if you don't. And next thing I know, they'll be like, oh, my friend told me, I'll be right back. I'll get whatever you need. And then now at my age now, because I started out in this when I was 33. So at my age now, they already know the routine. It's either when you want to do real business, you do real business with me. And when I want new DJs and new people who want to join on to the roster, I tell them, You have to be able to do three things for me. You have to be able to make tracks, you have to be able to DJ, and you have to be able to produce. I have to be able to make money off of you in three ways. And if I cannot, you are no use to me. I can get anybody to DJ. I can't get anybody to make hits. And people like, damn, that's as simple. I've had men try to date me, and that's another reason why I'm by myself. I cannot date anybody in this industry. I cannot be seen weak in this industry or as a woman. I have to be seen as one of them. So yeah, it's kind of shitty. So, but that's the reason why I said I like this particular drama, because of the fact that it showed women that are like me that have to be, to a certain degree, a little bit more aggressive than most, but still educated. You understand what I'm saying? Really educated. What are y'all here talking about? I need your help starting a non-profit. Can you slide me on the door? What kind of non-profit? I know how to do all of that. Are you here in America or are you somewhere else, Family Grind? If you're here in the U.S., then I can help you. Oh, you performing arts? That's easy. They got all kind of grants ready for you. Oh, you ain't Kenosha, girl. Just email me. Tell me what you're trying to do. I'll tell you I'll point you where you need to go. In fact, I know all the people who do all the grant writing and all of that shit. My job is to know what other people don't know, darling, when it comes down to real business. So you got all kinds of stuff that's happening around here right now. If you were in Chicago, girl, they got so many grants for people like you. Oh, I mean, it's like they just giving y'all money right now. They like $10,000 grants you ain't got to pay for. You just getting there, write a sad ass story, and they give you the fucking money. It's sad how much money they're giving away right now in Chicago. But non-profits, you have to understand. Do you have your 501c3? If you got that, you really in the business. Then, if you get that, you can play some games. But and for me, I don't like non-profits because I'm a for-profit girl. Okay, I can't. You got to be able to mess around with taxes and shit. You can't tell everybody everything. Non-profits, you got to be true blue oldies. And for-profits, you can sit up there like, girl, I ain't got all that money you think I got. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up then. Just email me and tell me what you're doing, and I'll be able to put you in contact with some people that I know that could probably help you out as far as you performing stuff. I have a friend of mine. She used to work with the Footwork Kings, and they are a group of dancers that dance with Missy Elliott, Madonna, all of that. And honestly, she got to know a lot of different people. Right now, she's doing her own thing now, which is called Fire Fit with Jamaican work. They do Jamaican reggae dancing that's for fitness. I'm telling you, I know people coming up with crazy ass fucking ways of making money, and this bitch making money hand over fist by rolling her body and all this other stuff. And I was like, what? I'm like, literally amazing, 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 amazing. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to get involved with too much stuff. I got a lot of stuff on my own plate, but I can put you in touch with other people that do stuff. Okay. So when it comes down to it, like I said, email me and then I'll send you my phone number and we can be able to talk. Okay. But when it comes down to certain things, I like this particular drama because it hit on a lot of points and it showed that people will be petty and hold a grudge on you damn near to the day that they die, because this man was awful with the shit. And the sad part about it was he could have left this boy alone. He had a choice. Fuck with him or not fuck with him. He chose to keep fucking with him and he lost every fucking thing he had. That is a lesson. You have to pick and choose who you choose to mess with in this life. And some people you don't. That is cool, chick. I type like, well, thank you. Thank you, Warren. Miss Amanda, I have to go. All right. You know what? I've been looking at a couple of them. Next week, I'll probably It'll probably be one of those things. I'll find out what you guys are doing because I've been trying to get Love and Redemption. I keep hearing it's #1 right now, and it's pissing me off. It is pissing me off because I really want to see that. And it's a couple of them now. Oh, I guess I got finished with the pop-up mystic bar. That was cute. It was funny. Like that one. Yeah, you do have to watch who in your circle. Trust me, I am very much so watchful. And guess what? Guess who's in my circle? My true circle. Me and God. That's it. Everybody else is associates. Everybody. Yeah, the pop-up one is good. The pop-up one is good. That was really good. Great ending. Some parts were weird as shit, but it was a great ending. It was another one that I'm interested in. I do have to go back to the Song of Glory. There's a couple others that people have been telling me to check out. So in the comments and stuff like that, people tell me to check out this and that. They want me to review certain dramas and stuff like that. I'm trying to catch up on those during the week when I have a little bit of time because I do like seeing different stuff that everybody is seeing. But right now, I think it's called the Fantasy of Gods or something like that. That's about to come out very soon. Very soon. They gave a date. I think it's sometime in September. Ye Ming's new movie, new show is about to come out in September, if I'm not mistaken. So be on the lookout for that. I don't know what they're doing with YouTube right now with the situation with the trading between, with the shit between America and China. Do y'all know Drama Cool? How many of you all's apps are working for Drama Cool? Because mine won't work. See, I was afraid Song Glory was going to go off the rails. I was afraid of that. But Drama Cool's app, I was trying to find because I know Love and Redemption is on Drama Cool. For some reason, when I went to the Play Store to try to, thought it was something wrong with my app or it was a bug in it, it's not even on Play Store right now. So I know this shit may have a lot to do with what Trump is doing here, that a lot of different apps that we use that are, with China companies, they're getting rid of them because of the shit going on here in America. So we might end up not being able to watch a lot of the good dramas that are out coming up in the fall because of this shit with Trump. So yeah, it might be banned, just like they're trying to ban TikTok. So, and I think they're not banning TikTok right now because there's so many people on it, and so many people are using it. Yeah, well, when you type it up, it does. But I'm talking about on the phones because I also I don't know. I haven't tried it on the Miss Shirley. I haven't tried it on the computer. I have tried it on my phone because I like casting from my phone to my smart TV when I want to watch stuff on, like that. But WeTV is still going, but WeTV only has limited shit on there. Girl, don't even give him that much credit. Trump is a dumbass, period. That's what you call a fucking idiot. He ain't even that antichrist. That's giving him too much credit, honey. He's a fucking idiot. He's that motherfucker on that damn short yellow bus that somebody stupid gave. It's people you don't give power to. It's like everybody's been on a job. And that it's always one person on the team that if they give this person one fucking ounce of power, you be ready to kill him or quit your job. He's that dude. He's like the last motherfucker you should ever give power. Ever, 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 ever. Okay? What's up, Lorraine? What's up, Lorraine? We got somebody's birthday was on the 25th. Who was it? Happy birthday to you. If I missed it, yeah, you missed a lot. I'm about to start wrapping this up because we're going on an hour and a half. But a lot of stuff has been going on. That shit that went on in Kenosha was awful. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. At the end of the day, People gonna do crazy shit, and I want y'all to understand this. These next few years coming up to from 2020 to from 2020 to 2024, it's gonna be a hell of a ride. So I need all of y'all, including myself, to really stay in a positive place. Do positive things. Get grounded as much as you possibly can. Try to find the happiness in the world, because right now it's getting very hard to find it. And I'm seeing that even with the dramas and stuff like that, it's becoming so few of them for you to be able to watch. I don't know if y'all watching it. I feel like I'm in a desert. Like all good dramas are fucking, you know what I'm saying, drying up. Vote, okay. Okay. It says which families on G chatters. Sorry, I'm late out. Watching Romance of the Tiger. Okay, girl. You know what? Like, hey, we was looking for you because I said where she at. I'm sorry, I couldn't do her no more. I done seen about at least 5 dramas with that young lady inside of Romance of the Tiger. I can't do her no more. I'm tired of seeing her. You know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it's like, you again? We ain't got no other actors. You ain't got no more girls. We are not. We OG. We OG Maymays. we OG Maymays. Original gangsters. That's y'all new names now. For everybody that don't know, we OG Maymays. So y'all my Maymays now. Yeah, I used to, but she does a lot of romantic comedies, like Engel. She really does. She does a lot of romantic comedies. They're all funny. Um, and it's like I said, if you into that, I've just watched. I literally had just got off watching about 3 dramas with her in it, and after a while, she's not one of my favorite actors. Now, if this was Chen Khan, I'd have no problem, but that's not. I'm tired of seeing her ass. I'm just being honest with you. I'm sick of seeing her. But it's a whole bunch of other people that I would love to see too. And like I said, a really good dramas are drying up as far as the historical and the costume ones are concerned. And that's the reason why I'm going over the Korean dramas to see what they got going on over there. Because I have yet to see any more dramas with, well, modern dramas with the fashion, where they matching the fashions that was in the Goblin. I have yet to see it. I'm like, y'all mean to tell me y'all threw all the best clothes in Goblin? All the slickest rides in Goblin? I mean, come on. I saw, now W was nice. W was good. Black was good. We talking about different ones that are pretty decent. If they're on Netflix, I know they're going to be all right. And that's what I was wondering, like, Engel, who is watching Love and Redemption? Because they said, I watched Marcus, and he's like, he tells you all the new different dramas that's coming on. He's on YouTube. And I love him because he's very straightforward, gets straight to the point. And he said Love and Redemption right now is vying at #1. So it must be pretty good, because Song of Glory ended up being at about 5. So yeah, the fashion dramas have been shitty. And the only drama that I've ever seen was Goblin and a Korean Odyssey. The men, the men's fashions was sickening inside of a Korean Odyssey. That old man that played the devil, or that played Lucifer, baby, he was, he had on some coats that would have been like, you know what, if I would have saw this old man in public, my flirt game would have been on 10. Okay, he had some shit on. I was like, this old dude looks fucking great. But I haven't seen any more fashions like that. Like I expected that one with dude with the Wonder Woman hair that was inside of Ice Fantasy with Miss Del Reba. I was expecting that to have unbelievable fashions in it. It really didn't. Yeah, no one wears socks. Well, that's a thing now. That's a thing now. That I saw that coming out honestly in the gay community. That kind of started in the gay community with the little blue jeans. It's kind of tight. You know what I'm saying? With the little curl up and the little loafers and shit. I expected this. That looks good on them. Tuxedos with no socks. Yeah, I got an issue with that. That ain't cute to me. It look like your feet stank, but that's just me. But Miami Vice, yeah, but Miami Vice, they didn't have on floods though, Tanya. Floods. They had floods on. Yeah, some of the fashions in Media Garden. I wasn't feeling Media Garden like that. I really wasn't. Not on the fashions. Because their hair was stupid in that. Did you see the haircuts? Now, it's some of these dramas have some boys with some badass haircuts that I even have to sit back and say, shit, I wonder if I get my shit like that. For real. Look, do you want to know why it's pink and purple? Most of the people working in fashion are gay, and they have, that's not pink. It's called salmon. Salmon or pearl. It's called salmon. A salmon color. That pineapple hair is stupid, just like that boy inside of Itaewon. When he had that blonde hair, I was like, oh my God, that's a horrible blonde job. And I know, because even with my wigs, I color these myself. And I do a better job than some of them. That's why that's why I am a person, I am key on these dramas as far as his hair is concerned, because this is a wig, y'all. Believe it or not, this is a fucking wig. And I literally color my own wigs because they are human hair wigs. So yeah, coral, coral or salmon color. But I'm looking at some of these different colors they put in these people's hair, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who is doing the damn that job? I'm telling you, I look at them lace fronts and them motherfucking wigs, and I was like, can you see what it's in? No, honey, my hair. When you saw me in if you go back to any of my other videos, when you see me with my hat and my braids that stop about right here, my braids stop about right here. That's my real hair. My real hair is long. I wear this shit because it's 10 fucking minutes. Okay, it's literally whoop, 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 out. Okay, and I can change my look when I want to, and that's what you call it. Man was like, you a spy. No, that's because I change how I look depending on how I feel. I go different places, and you have to understand, some places I'm well known. So guess what? I change how I look so you don't know who the fuck I am when I am there. You understand? Literally. Like, damn, is that? No, that ain't her. She got long hair. Pat got blonde hair. So you think? She said, wait a minute, y'all. Family Grass, I always forgot the name. One drama where one hole's left front leg front was lifted. I was like, get the fuck out. I think I know what you're talking about. Because you know what? Ice Fantasy was like that too with the hair. You could see right here because they had all that white hair. Which the one thing that they should have done, so that didn't even happen, is you put a stocking cap, at least 3 stocking caps with one of those white bands around the hair, so that way their hair won't show. I was like, I can see this boy's black hair a whole, like this much you can see underneath this goddamn wig. And the wig was so stiff. I was like, somebody put some water on this shit or something. I mean, what are y'all doing? They have some of the wigs are really nice. Other ones are really cheap. Some of them are really cheap, and then the ones where they wear in the buns. I have to say, on Rise of the Phoenix, when you look at not only the director's hair, the emperor's hair, and Nei Ying's hair, it was flawless. It was flawless. Even with them up in buns, you really could not tell that those were wigs. And those are whole wigs that you put on and literally like glue on. Okay? Literally glue on. I was like, whoever was doing those wigs, they deserved it. The Ice Fantasy wigs was dumb as hell. There wasn't even no real. What it was is those were artificial wigs. When you're dealing with artificial wigs, you're going to get stiffness. You're going to get all this extra bounce that you don't want. It did not look natural. You're supposed to look, ain't supposed to be clockable. If you're gonna have a character, they can't be obviously that's a wig. You know what I'm saying? Even my grandbaby like that's a wig. I mean, it don't look good. And even the guy that's the older model, I love him because he is so damn fine. That Wonder Woman wig was too much. It was just too much. And then it was another one. It was another. It was another one that I saw. This man's. He had a white wig. I guess he was a white villain, white haired villain. It was the most stupid shit I've seen. That wig was so ridiculous. I couldn't even watch the drama because every time he was on the scene, I could not stop from laughing. I said, I can't watch this shit. And I'm laughing because it's horrible. Not a good thing. It's horrible. Yeah, I'm telling you, my grandbaby called it out. That's a wig. I'm like, exactly. And it's a bad wig. It's like the wigs you see the hood girls walking around with. See, what bothers me is about wigging it. If you're gonna wig it, rule of thumb and rule number one in wearing wigs. When they come out the bag, you don't put them on your head and wear them outside. You don't do that. That's a no-no. I don't care what the picture says. It's not going to look like that on you. This is a finger wave wig. Literally finger waves. All the way through. And when it comes out the bag, it looks like some church lady shit on the second row at church. Okay? With the one finger. It ain't going to look slick like this. You got to cut these boys to shape your face. You have to learn how to work with an actual trimmer. And then you have to learn how to work with clippers. You literally have to know how to do some hair to fuck around with wigs. You just don't go out. And I see so many women do this because they watching Basketball Wives. They literally watching Basketball Wives and think, and even those look horrible. I'm like, are you on a reality show with that shit on your head? You know what I'm saying? They shake them out, they put them on, and they say like, girl, that look cute. That bitch is lying to you. You need to go somewhere and get that together with a professional person who actually knows how to deal in wigs, or a beautician that knows how to cut it and frame your face for it. You have to know if you can wear short hair. Me, I can wear long hair and I can wear short hair. I prefer short hair right now because there's too many heifers walking around with hair to their damn kneecaps. It's just stupid right now. So I choose to look different than everybody else. Now I'm beginning to see more women coming out with these finger wave wigs, and I'm like, see, now I got to change my style. See, I'm always like that. That's because it looks like that because it's a damn wig. But I also know how to style it well enough to be able to, I literally treat it like real hair. It is human hair. So that means it's soft. So if you actually came up and touched my head, you'd be like, damn, I can't even tell by even touching where is your hair. My hair is so weighed down underneath here. It is just laid. So a lot of people had for years when I was wearing wigs, they're like, I don't even know where your hair starts and where it begins. And then when I do wear my hair, they're like, well, is that weave? No, that's my damn hair. I'm just lazy, bitch. I don't like doing my hair every day. And I'm a sweater too. I sweat in my head. So if I get busy and I have all these foo-foo curls, that's just gonna look like I'm gonna look like a fool before 15 minutes. Being outside inside of, you know what I'm saying, inside of heat and stuff like that. So no. Wigs are one of my things. Those are things I like. No, girl, that's a wig, honey. And everybody like, don't tell nobody. I'm like, why not? You have to understand there's proper ways of wearing wigs and knowing how to. Guess how much this costs? This is a $20 holler. Sometimes $15.99. Okay? I don't spend a lot. But I can walk out this motherfucker and look just as good as any other bitch out there. I know what looks good on me. $19.99, literally, and that's it. You understand? It's Chinese hair. I just hate doing my own hair, and that's because I have to move in the morning. Got to move in the morning. My hair, Literally, this is like a mommy. It's called a mommy wig. That's what it's called, the mommy. And all of them, I have all different kinds, but this is my go-to because number one, I know how to change the curl pattern in it to make it look like this, all pretty and curly and all that shit. And this color is not the color it comes in. It comes in, this is, that ugly ass clown color blonde. That's what this originally came in. And I went and I got my own color and brought it up to like a grayish, almost white hair, and it came out like this. Right. I don't want to bother my hair. I used to have my hair permed and I would get it cut, and I've had every cut from that. I mean, my favorite cut that I had was like it was swooped over one eye and all of this was cut down, and then I brought it all back and had it all long. And I'm one of the people that before it's over, I'll end up wearing a ponytail all the time because I am one of the people, I don't like hair in my face or in my eyes. So I'm just one of those type of people that I like buns, tight buns, and everybody was like, Pat, give up the ponytail, do something different. And I chose to do something different. And I was like, and they like, I love this. So, but like I said, for me, I like changing my look, and this works very well because in the wintertime, I'll get like a burgundy. That looks good. I don't have to fuck with my own hair to get another look. I don't have to color my own hair. I don't want to do that. I like my hair being healthy. I like being able to get up in the morning and literally makeup 10 minutes, hair 10 minutes, 20 minutes on hair and face. The rest is I'm out the door within an hour and a half. I mean, honestly, a lot of people are going natural because of the chemicals that are being put in here. And a lot of people are finding that the relaxers and stuff like that fuck with your thyroids and cause a lot of health issues. And honestly, I am not trying to cause no health issues. When you wear too many wigs, you have to know how to protect your hair. That's why I don't really like front laces because they can irritate the hair around here and make your edges go away. I don't like that. So what I do is that I actually have a band that I put around my head. So this bad boy, this fight proof. Okay. If I get into a fight, this motherfucker's not coming off. And it's not because it's glued on. It's this thing that I bought that literally you gotta have some force to take it off. You understand what I'm saying? So I always look at that. So that's why in Chinese dramas I'm a big critic on wigs. You got to be a critic. I'm a critic on wigs because I'm a wig wearer and I know what looks good and what don't look good on certain type of people. That's why when they do the white hair and stuff like that, the one person I saw that looked good in white hair, and this is not a Chinese drama, was Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. She looks excellent in white hair. But the reason why is they darkened them eyebrows and gave her that quote unquote Madonna type look. That's why I say I watch a lot of things on the internet. I mean, I don't really use chemicals. The only chemicals I use are on this, and I use I wash them out really well so they're not really in there like that. So I literally treat this like regular hair because it is human hair. You can do a lot more to it. Yeah, the wig game on Game of Thrones was excellent too. It was. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw Chinese dramas, I was like, they taking this shit to a whole nother level. Because when I went over to China, I was expecting to bring home. Me personally, I thought I was gonna bring home a whole bunch of fucking suitcase full of wigs. I get over there, they ain't got shit over there. Thank you. I'm for real. Thank you so much, Family Grind. I'm for real. I didn't have no wigs on. I was like, I am going to the capital of where they make motherfucking wigs. When all these bitches get all this hair, they gotta have some badass motherfucking wigs. I get over there, I couldn't find one wig nowhere. I was like, this is disappointing as hell. Not even where you can buy all that stuff. I know. That's what I'm saying. Those wigs are all custom made, but I need to know who the custom maker is. Because trust me, if they could make wigs the way I like hair that look good and they don't look like no damn wig where you gotta have all this fucking baby hair swooped and all this stupid shit these women walking around here with. I would have to have a customized. I would have to come see her and say, this is what I want. and we gonna work with this together. And ain't nobody in the world gonna have this motherfucking wig. But I don't have a problem with wigs because for me, wigs are a part of fashion. It's certain clothes that if I know I have, if I'm going to perfect example, I got a velvet jacket. This jacket hits my ankles, and it goes in the waist tight, and then it flares out. Yes, I got some drama shit, y'all, in my closet. But it has military buttons going down the side, and the collar comes up about right here, so I could close it up. I can't wear that with long hair. Would not look right with that. You'd have me looking like Witchy Poo. I'm trying to look like the wicked bitch of the South, honey. I'm trying to come like when I walk through the door, I want bitches like, damn. That's the reaction I want. First of all, you ain't gonna be able to get this jacket no motherfucking way because I didn't buy it here. Number two, the hair has to be right. For if I'm wearing all black with a turtleneck that's perfect, that is slightly, it's not velvet, but it's got a shimmer to it that just gonna kick off this velvet a certain type of way, and then my little like what do you call it? You know those pants that look like they like wet, but they not them with some badass fucking boots and this damn jacket, and when you walk, it just flows back like face off when you get out of car. It's just like got this when you walk or whatever, the wind just catches that bitch. I got to have a blonde. I gotta be blonde bombshell when I wear that. I gotta be blonde. I gotta be a chocolate bunny blonde, baby. Cause and the sunglasses gotta be hitting, so it's like, damn, I want to be stunner. You gotta stunt, girl. You gotta come get out your car and hit him with that. Damn, you gotta hit him with that bitch. Just kill him. I believe in that. I believe in women looking at their highest level, just that cut sharp. Like, this bitch fashion so bad. She just cut my whole soul with that outfit. And that's the kind of stuff I like. That's what I'm saying. I come up with ideas because Chinese dramas give me these type of ideas of Chinese dramas and Hindi, those Indian dramas. Some of them got some beautiful colors and certain stuff. I'm like, I could rock this way and rock that way. Because when I went to China, I had a necklace that I got a black necklace, and I mean it looked Egyptian, but I had a dress on that went over my shoulders, and it was a maxi dress. But I had a jacket that was as long as the maxi dress. And when the wind blew, this bitch looked like a queen walking the streets. This man was like, you look like a queen. I ain't going to sit up here and lie. I said, thank you. That's what I was going for. And I hit the mark. But that's what I'm talking about. It's certain stuff that I like, but the way I did it, I literally had a scarf that had those little frilly things on there, and I would put it around my waist, and it looked amazing. So the different contrasts with the sparklies and the blacks. I'm queen of black, but I know how to wear some shit. Like I said, I don't have a style that people can find in the store. My style is my style, tailored to me of the things that I like. And a lot of people are not like that. It says what? It says you have to go right. It says I'm going for blonde, but this time I want to look. I'm dark skinned, so you have to find the right color. And that's right. If I showed y'all pictures of me fucking up with colors on these damn wigs, like what? Now it depends on what color you are. Strawberry blondes look nice on dark skinned girls. Blondes that are like a gray, but yet like a bronzy type gray, like how this is right here. This is like a gray, but it's a bronzy, like white color. You can't go in there doing that high blonde. You have to have something that brings that brassiness down and tones it down. So you have to definitely use a tone. But like I said, when you got to know which colors. But I've had some look. I done had some fucking moments with some wigs. I don't fuck this up. I can't wear this shit. You know what I'm saying? Anything that makes your skin glow, like I said, like a bronze, Bronze colors are really nice, but you can't have it brassy. You know what I'm saying? You want to go with a color that is white, but yet not, not white white. There's a difference, and you have to go. What I would do is I would go to one of the wig shops, and I would look at maybe a blonde wigs, try them on, and see what the color looks like, and see what looks good on you. Because darker women, the darker you are, the lighter you're gonna have to go with the color, and then tone it down with a toner. That's how you usually catch the right colors. Like with me, I've caught some and I've got the right colors. And some colors I got by mistake. I found this color by mistake. And it's been working for me since. So I was like, everybody like, I love that color. Where you get that? That was a fuck up, but it fucked up and worked out nice for me. But like I said, when it comes down to it, there's a lot of different ways you can look different. But like I said, for different outfits, you gotta have different hair. If I did want to wear that same outfit I described to you, I could have did a updo with my own hair and it would have looked absolutely regal. But that's if I want to go out on a date or something like that. If I'm sitting up here trying to look like I am the head bitch in charge, yeah, the blind wig is coming out. Blind wig is coming out. It is. It's coming out to play, baby. It's coming out hard because I'm trying to do that. That's what I'm working on. That's where I'm going with that. Hold on one second. I want to show y'all something. A perfect example of what I'm talking about. See, right here. Yeah, that's the bitch in charge. If you can see the blonde there, you get what I'm saying. I am a stickler. I will mess with my color. I color all of that shit. You might not know who the hell I am coming in the door. You see what I'm saying? I love doing stuff like that. That's my thing. Now, literally, I'm telling you, that's me being me with the glasses and all of that other stuff. I'm trying to get it where it don't shine and shit. There it is. You see that? That's what I'm talking about. When those colors, are like, oh, and this is me when I went to Paris. That hair was blonde. I'm trying to where it don't have all of this damn light. But if you can see, there it is. You see it now? That hair was like another type of color. And then in the wintertime, I get lighter because I'm not outside. But I have done different colors. For example, this is me at work with red. So I do all of those. It's like, who are you? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Those types of things, those are the things that I try to do with my own hair. And then I'll show you something with long hair. That's when you'll see that. Yes, I have been real. I've been real dramatic. I don't know if you can see it right here. But that's me being real dramatic. uh, Let me see. It's one more in here. I have to show you. This is what I was long hairing it. And every once in a while, it all depends on how you feel. I'm a firm believer. You dress how you feel. That's the reason why a lot of gay guys like me a lot. See right here, that's me with long hair. Yep. And let me see. It's one more in here that you will see. Ah, there it is. See, now that's me. That's me with my hair before I cut it all the fuck off. Okay? You say, who the hell is that? That's me. That was me. That was me a few years back. Told you I look completely different. That was me a few years back. That's the body I'm trying to get back. That was the body I'm trying to get back. But yep, yeah. When I have long hair, That's when it really shows up. That's when it really shows up. That's why, like, most of the time, that's why I try to get you to understand. I like switching. People don't know me. They like, everyone is like, damn, that's you. That's me. I switch my face up constantly, on my hair, all of that. That's a regular thing. But you have to know how to do that. You have to find where your beauty, your own kind of beauty is. Because for me, I don't look right in shit that everybody got on. Like, you see how these girls throw on Gucci and shit like that. I would have to be in an area, or these jogging suits and they supposed to be brand name. I don't look right in that kind of shit. I've never have. So I have to have my own type of look. Everybody don't look right in the same shit. I can't put on the shit Carly B and then walk around in. And you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna look right on me. Fashion over shit is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the people that if I had a custom dressmaker or a person that designed or design my clothes, I would be perfect. Everybody cannot dress like that. You have to find what's for you. Like, I got an auntie. She dressed like she shop at Walmart. I told her, hey, I can help you out in Walmart if you let me. She don't want to listen. So you look like you shop at fucking Walmart or at Sears, and you wearing the fucking special all together that they are, that they put up there on sale. That's not how I dress either. I can go to those same places and come out with a whole outfit that you like. Where'd you get that? I got that in Sears. Or I could go to a place like Dots in Chicago. It's like they used to have a place called Dots. Dots is a place you go when you trying to go somewhere with a friend, or you got a little movie or a little date or whatever, and your ass ain't got shit to wear, but you ain't trying to spend no money. That's what Dots is. Dots, I will come out of there looking like I spent $100, at least $100 on one outfit, and I spent $20. Okay. Yeah, that's that auntie look. Aunt Bunny. That Aunt Bunny look like Angel. Look like you shop at Walmart and that fucking Sears. I can to go where Aunt Bunny shops and I could dress her to a nine, but I'm not gonna put you in florals and boring colors. I'm gonna put you in something that makes you look good. And a lot of people's like, you should have been a fashion person. I said I wanted to go to school for that. That's initially what I wanted to do, was be in fashion. It says wealthy moms used to be at my hometown's hair for St. Martin. look like you got money, right? I mean, you can shop at Kmart and look like you got money. You just got to know what your style is. That's what's wrong with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of women, you have to know what fits you. If you know you are shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants, and I'm not, no pun intended. There's a lot of women that's got square shapes. But if you know that, the last thing you need to do is put on something fitting on your body. You need to accentuate. Most women that are shaped like SpongeBob SquarePants, I guarantee you got big breasts and little legs. So if your legs have a little bit of niceties to them, you accent your legs. You get a nice little short skirt. You get a blouse that kind of fits a little loose with the glue that's cut low cut. That give you a little, get girls a little something, something. You know what I'm saying? That help out in a nice jacket to take your mind off the fact that you are wearing that you don't have a fucking shape. You SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay? You got to take the eyes away. You got to play games with the eyes. Okay? Accentuate your positives and accentuate your negatives. You don't go and put on no goddamn spandex or no damn leggings. Are you crazy? Sacrilege. You just don't do that. But women don't know how to do what brings them out. I have a friend. She is a square up here. Square. From the neck down, square, but she got some beautiful legs and feet. And I was like, girl, if you don't put on a mini skirt and then put on a flare out blouse, a blouse that flares, you know what I'm saying, and get a cute little necklace that's low cut, and put on some fucking heels and show them fucking feet of yours. When she started listening to me, she started getting dates out of nowhere. Mother was talking to her more than they was talking to me. Okay? you have to know what works best for you. If you one of them women like me that's got hips, it all depends on when you want to use them hips. It ain't right. It ain't what you wear. It's how it. And then there's some people, and I have to admit this. I had a friend that I work with. She put on, had name brand on. She had Giorgio Armani on. And that shit looked like the dollar store special. I had, you know, when you go inside Family Dollar and they got clothes and shit. I was like, how do you wear Giorgio Armani and make it look like it's $10? I don't know how you do that. And that's when my mama sat up there and said, class is not something everybody has, baby. Okay? How can you take Giorgio Armani and make it look like some shit you got from the goddamn rummage sale? I never seen anything like that. That was frightening to me. I'm like, oh my God. You took a $500 outfit and make it look like $5 just by putting it on. Class is not something you can buy, baby. It is not. It really isn't. Sad, but it's true. And I tried everything with her. And it was, I'm like, it's not fucking working. You just gonna be a ghetto bitch. There's no helping you. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's sad. I can't polish you. I can't do shit to you. I was trying to updo hair. I tried to do the kiss curls. I tried everything. 47th Street and 73rd, 79th Street, 87 just kept popping out of this bitch. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even put it back in. It just kept popping out. I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to do something else. I was trying to give this woman class where she didn't look like a hoochie mama, but hoochie mama just kept coming out and go, whoa, hi. I'm like, how do you do that? Hoochie mama was just screaming. She just kept coming out. I was like, God damn, this Jack in the Box fucking goddamn. This is. I didn't understand that. Class is not something you can get. Dresses and heels, and there are some women that wear dresses and heels, and there's some women who have some of the most amazing legs and need to show them. I mean, no scar. I ain't talking about no scarred up chicks that look like they've been fighting on their knees all their life. I'm talking about these women that even well into their 60s, these bitches got beautiful fucking legs and feet that could sit there and stop a young motherfucker. Okay, that's like, and they walking past like, whose legs is this on this old ass leg? I mean, Tina Turner legs. Okay, but you have to know what works well for you. And a lot of women don't. I'm a hippie woman. So I accentuate the fact that if I want to and I don't want to accentuate my hips, I will wear a long maxi dress, but the dress itself will be like if you ever had it'll come in at my waist and flare out at the bottom. So that way, you know, my shape literally looks like it's coming in a V and it's not tight. But if I want to accentuate these hips to let you know, hey, I'm here, throw on some jeans with a badass motherfucking blouse and a jacket, baby, and everybody in the room be looking at you like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? I wore heels throughout my whole pregnancy, show off my ankles because they were hard of me to still look good. Now, you know what, Selena? My daughter, we cracked on her because she ain't got no ankles. I don't know what happened to her. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's the other side of the family of women on her father's side. But she ain't got no ankles. But it's true, though. If you got beautiful legs and feet and stuff like that, you have to do it. Now, for me, I didn't let nobody see me while I was pregnant. I think there's one picture in existence of me being pregnant. One. I stayed away from pictures like the plague. Like, don't take no damn pictures of me. I don't remember this shit. I don't want to remember this shit. I don't want to remember being this big. I don't want to remember being this uncomfortable and hot in the summer. I was pregnant in the summer. I had my daughter December 29th. Okay, so I had a baby in the winter. So you know, being pregnant in the summer, especially in Chicago, is not fun at all. So like, I don't want to remember none of this shit. Take your pictures, get the fuck out of here. Don't take no pictures of me at all. But because I did not want to remember that ordeal. at all. None. And I'm like, I don't want to miss none of this shit. He was like, oh, don't you want to see it? No, I do not. I'm one of them women. Look, I grew up in a town where being pregnant was not. I think most of us grew up in a time where being pregnant was not the T. Right now, it's a big thing to have gender reveals and people painting their bellies and getting their bellies cast and all that shit. I ain't grow up through all of that. Okay? One of us is like, oh my God, you're having a child. It was like the worst fucking thing that could possibly happen to you in the 90s growing up. Okay? Not all the time having children was the greatest thing on the planet. So for me, I was like, and you weren't married? In my family where everybody's married, I'm like, I literally stopped that. I think everybody was married they had kids in my family. I broke the streak by not getting married, which I was damn happy I did not. Lord. I'm like, I broke that streak. I broke that streak, but I was like, no, not this dude. No, not him. Put it like this. You know how guys sit up there and say they got the wrong chick pregnant? That was my situation. And they were embarrassed. They were like, how the hell you get her pregnant? You know what I'm saying? You had the moments with me and like her out of all of them you could have picked. Well, I had that moment in a guy. Like, he's the best. I was drunk. Shit happens, okay? Let's not even talk about it. And that was what happened with my daughter. Yes, I got drunk, kind of broke, and it was not supposed to be that kind of party, but that's what the fuck happened. Women had them problems too, okay? Women had them fucking problems too. And men sit up there like, oh my God, you had one. Yes. Just like y'all get the wrong bitch pregnant, women fuck around with the wrong person and mistakes happen. And you like, I do not want nobody to know this is her damn daddy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how? I'm like, this is why I don't fuck with Baka right now. But yeah, that's what happened with me. But when it comes down to it, I didn't want to remember those things, so I didn't take pictures. But during the time that I was pregnant, I was very fashionable. I had a daughter. I was very pretty with her for some reason. I kept my same looks, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But even then, I was still cutting up as far as being dressed and fancy and shit like that. But like I said, when it comes down to it, everybody has to find their own way of doing stuff. I know big women. I've seen some women that's 200 plus, 300 plus. They can dress. They know how to make it work for them, and they got to. Hey, I ain't mad at them. Shit, they got a boyfriend and I don't. So shit, they must be doing something right. But then you have some of these women that just can't quite get it right. The wigs are wrong, the outfit's wrong. They got on cooked over kitty heels. I mean, it gets really bad. But I'm gonna stop being on here being shady because y'all got me being shady now. This is one level of it. He was 15 years apart. Really? Y'all 15 years apart? Seriously? Damn, family grind. She a play act. Go ahead. When yeah, you know what, family grind? I had to even get on my daughter about that shit. I said, excuse me. I check her before she walks out. And I'm like, no. And she's like, I don't give a shit if you ask is 27, get ready to be 28. Not in this house, not as long as I'm your mama. Put some fucking clothes on. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, okay. That's about the right age, family grind. That's about the right age. But yeah, these girls wearing these dresses like they dress shirts like they dresses. I'm not a fan of that on anyone. On anyone. I'm sorry. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. I think that honestly, family grind, that's a good age. And the reason why it's a good age is because that's probably what I should have did. Is marry somebody that was older than me because I'm always looking for somebody that can teach me more than anything else. And I think that's the reason why I like a lot of these Chinese dramas is that the older men tend to teach women a lot of things and introduce them to things. I hate it. Yes, family grind. It is very tacky. You are walking outside with your ass out. And as far as I'm concerned, see, my daughter understands this is where me and her are. And this is how you have to be with your daughters, period. Now, I'm all for looking sexy, but I like looking sexy and sophisticated. There's the two together have to play together. They have to play off of each other. Sexy and sophisticated, not sexy and whorish. That's not what we're going for. Sexy and sophisticated. That's different. But when you represent me as everywhere you go, you're representing your family. So for me, in my mind, when I walk out the door, I represent my child represents me, and so forth and so forth. I represent my mama and the people I come from. You're not finna catch me out here looking like no motherfucking fool, okay? I got a whole family, and there's a whole bunch of them, period. She said, get a ninja knockout. You there, right? Hey, I know to this day, if I'm coming out looking ridiculous, my aunties is gonna pull me to the side and say, "What the fuck wrong with you?" They gonna say, "Excuse me, no, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck are you wearing?" My uncles will get on there and be like, "What the fuck is you wearing? Go put some damn clothes on." That's just how they are. But we don't have these girls. They got on long. I mean, I saw this fad coming out when I say maybe around 2003. I had a best friend, my male friend that I hang out with from time to time. His girlfriend went out with us, and she had on this little tiny skirt. It went underneath the cuff of her ass. So that means when she walked, you could see her ass cheeks. Okay? Now, all the men in the club, in the bars, even an old man about to fall out the seat. Now, you understand? And I'm like, I look at him like, are you comfortable with how she looking? Because I'm not. I'm not jealous of being a young baby, 22, whatever you like with your old ass. But do you asking for trouble from these men up in here? Because some of these men don't know how to take their, look and then keep it moving. Some of these men want to reach out and touch. And I mean, she with you, so why does she advertising? Like you said, what are you doing? And it was just strange because guess what? The whole night he spent talking to me instead of her. Now ain't that crazy? And she was mad as hell at me because he was spent the whole night talking to me, but she didn't know our relationship. Me and him always had some kind of strange sexual tension going on between us, but still, I could not believe that she walked out of her house with her butt cheeks showing. And he kept dating girls that had their ass cheeks showing out of their dresses. Huh? I just don't get that. You said my daughter tried it once and she looked like one of those girls who get punched in the face. She got exactly. I'm just gonna be. I'm one of them people that when my daughter gets ready to go out with her friends, I'm like, come on down here so I can see what she wear. But she also looks at she takes my advice about what she should wear as well. Even though we argue back and forth about certain things, like I'm a person, I believe in accessories. Accessories make a outfit. If I took this shit off and this necklace off, this shirt I would look plainy Janie. But this brought it up like that. You know what I'm saying? But she literally trusts my advice when it comes down to stuff. But if I see you walk out of here some shit who you playing with? That's gonna be my first. Who the fuck you playing with? You got me fucked up. Get upstairs. Change that shit. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You're never going to be old enough to where I can't tell you that's a no-no. Hell no. I don't care who going out with you. You know what I'm saying? It's called class. Not that you're selling ass. That's what you look like. It's class, not selling ass. We're not doing that here. Yeah, they be on the anime stuff. Okay? But they also watching people like Megan Thee Stallion. They're watching all of these women that are being advertised here in America as all you're worth is a pretty face and a sexual object to men. That's all black women are supposed to be. And that's what pisses me off, because we have, in real life, we have to deal with those things. Like I told you, when me being the only woman in the game that I'm in here on the underground world of music, do you understand how much shit I got to fight with because of that? When you go to other countries, I told y'all I got in China, I got in the car, this man was trying to sell me penis. He was. He was like, you need this. No, I don't. Just drive me to my destination. Why are you trying to sell me penis? Okay? What is that? And then you get where then you are around these men and they think you're very attractive and they are trying to give you penis for deals. Like, what are you doing? And then I have to turn into Erica. See, I have another part. Like I said, there's the Pat y'all see, and then there's another Pat that comes up, which is Erica. And Erica is the type of person, I'll tell you straight to your face. Let me tell you something, brother. You can't pay me in dick. So could you please put that away? I think your girlfriend gets enough of seeing that. I don't need to see that. And I've seen many and it's not impressive. Please put that away. Can we get back to business now? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff I've had men pull their penises out. We're talking about business and they go whip it out. I'm like, what? I'm like, do I have show me your dick in front? Is that tattooed across my head? You don't understand how many men have done that to me. And I would sit up there and say, look, it's nice that you have one of those. Most men do have that that type of equipment. However, I never asked to have a time of show and tell with you and your penis. So could you please put that away? It's really great you have one, but I wasn't looking to see that. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I literally have to do that kind of stuff. And then they feel so stupid after we get past, you flashing me your wang. They still see that I'm a cool person. And I'm still willing to do business with you. And then after this conversation goes further, they said, I feel so stupid. Yeah, you should have felt stupid when you whipped it out. Now you feel stupid a half an hour later? Dumbass. But you have to understand, family grind. This is what men do in men's world when they deal with women who are only like your Megan Thee Stallions and your Carly B's. They're not used to regular women who are business women that may have a couple of good looks. I'm not the most best looking woman in the world, but I do come looking like I got some sense, but I'm here for another reason. I'm not here to be a groupie. I'm not here to sit up here and hold your nutsack while, oh, you're so great. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to make money off your ass. There's a difference. Okay? But they treat all women like this. So you have to be ready for the idiots that come to you. You understand what I'm saying? You really have to be ready for that. And this happens all over the world. And it's not just black men, it's not just white men, it's Chinese men, it's Indian men. That's why I tell y'all, men are men. There is no such thing as differences in the race. They all fucking dogs. Okay? They all dogs. They all wired the same. You show them some boobs, you got their attention. Okay? They think that we're like them. That's why they don't have a problem whipping it out in front of certain women. They're the ones that stop in their conversation for some boobs. We don't. We think that's fucking weird and creepy, and you're a fucking pervert. Okay? Men think that when they do that to us, we're supposed to have the same reaction as them, and no, that don't work that way with us. You know what I'm saying? I have a dude's mentality too. You don't do that, but not all men are built like that, Warren. But some men are like, huh? You know what I'm saying? But if a man does that in front of other men, they're like, what's wrong with you? Why is you whipping out your thing out here? But if a woman flashed a man, the whole room is gonna stop and give her all the attention she wants. Y'all know that. But if men do that, women think this is a fucking sicko. You know what I'm saying? My man goes right straight to creep. You a damn creep. Something wrong with you. Call the police. Hurry up and call the police. Something wrong with this one. But that's how women feel. And it depends on who is doing that. No, just said it depends on who's doing that. Now, okay, they looking like, I don't think I'd have a problem with that boy. What is his name? I can't think of this black dude. He fine as hell. English and whatever his name is, English something. I don't know. English elders or whatever his name is. He flashed me. I ain't calling a fofo. Kid Time flashed me or Mark Child. I ain't calling nobody. What's up, boy? How you doing? He like, you gonna flash me? I'm gonna have to stop. Come on, let's go. Yeah, English Alva. He flashed me. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Come on. Shit. For real. I ain't gonna lie. And every woman in this damn room would be like, okay, I'm gonna be a hoe for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna be a hoe for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn back into my normal right self. But that's me being 100. That's what straight husband. She said that's her strange husband thing. Loosen that. Exactly. It all depends on who's doing that shit. But if it's just your average Joe, hell to the no. That's just tacky. To me, that's tacky as hell, and it's just real bad. And like I said, some of my closest friends, male friends, have done that to me. Yeah. And we are really close friends. I gave them that pass because most men make assholes of themselves around me all the time. And I gave them that pass. But I'll tell you, majority of my male friends that I have to this day have flashed me when we first met. Yep. And then we got past that point because I know men are stupid. They not all that smart when it comes down to shit like that. I don't know what happens to them when it comes down to me. But they tend to do that shit out of nowhere. And I'm just, what is it? I mean, I had to ask my mama. I'm like, what is it that men want to flash you? Flash me. What the fuck is that? It's like, that's the sickest shit ever. But you eventually, at some point. I love your blondness. You know what? That's the reason why, honestly, I get along with a lot of guys, and I do well with people, the male figures in business because I am blunt. It's not a lot of things that will shake me when people talk to me. That's why I say when people get crazy and start talking crazy and going berserk, I'm there to do something and I'm there to get something done. So I have an objective that I want to get at, and if you want to act crazy, you can act crazy, but I'm going to get to my objective whether you like it or not. So you can say whatever you want to say. I'm going to still get what I came here to get regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard men say the most damnest shit out of their mouth. You have to learn how to get a tougher skin when you're around men. Men operate totally different, and it's not in feelings. Some of them. Now, I don't know what the fuck is in the water right now with a lot of men right now. They are literally acting like women on a lot of levels. I've had a lot of my friends that are married, like, I don't know what's wrong with him. He over here bitching and hollering like a woman. I'm like, they having menopause moments, but for some reason women are more I guess aggressive or more laid back than men now. A lot of men are very high strung. Maybe it's something in the water, I don't know. But for me, I've always been that type of person that you can say whatever you want. It's not gonna bother me. I listen to their conversations about women and all of those things. And that's another thing, ladies. Learn how to listen to your command's conversations that he had with his friends. You'll learn a lot about who you're dealing with and men in general and what to do and what not to do. It's got to be estrogen in the water because these are men are straight acting like straight bitches. Okay, Mitches. They're not bitches, Mitches. All right, they're being Mitches today, and I don't know what's wrong with them, but they are really bitchy lately. I don't know what's. Maybe it's the lockdown. I don't know. They ain't seen enough sports. But they arguing back and forth like chicks, and that is a turn off to me. A man that's gonna do 2 4 6 with a woman. Ooh, so unattractive. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm just one of those women that it don't faze me what you're saying because I don't bring my emotions to a conversation, period. I don't bring it, not with a man. You have to be able to see things very clear. But a lot of men are bringing their emotions lately, so I don't know. But these you have to not even in your regular relationships, in order to see where they're coming from, you have to put your emotions in your back pocket to see where they're coming from because they don't operate on the same wavelength as us. They don't. We'll talk about our feelings. They're talking about just what it is, what the situation is. And when they do talk about their feelings, which is not often, depending on what kind of man you got, unless you got one of the little Pisces, they all, how I feel type guys. But it all depends on what kind of guy you got. If you got one of them quiet, silent types that don't tell you shit until shit's bad, you got to pull it up out of them. You have to come at them at another direction. If you got those ones that are very verbal with you, or you know how to be able to talk to them to get to the root of what's actually going on, you kind of have to be a psychiatrist with men a lot. Okay? Yo, you got a Sagittarius. Whew, them children right there. Sagittarius are what comes up comes out, but they're very deep thinkers, and you have to understand they got a lot of layers to them, and you gotta. And then some of them will just tell you exactly how you feel, and you're just sharing a little bit too fucking much with me right now, but you have to watch with them. But there's some that are very emotional and get all in their feelings and tell you exactly what's going on, and others you don't. But you cannot, even with those, you cannot bring your feelings into it. You have to actually listen to a man without your heart, hear what they're saying plainly, because what they're saying is usually exactly what it is. Oh, there's the Aries. That's an interesting motherfucker right there. I'm a Virgo with an Aries ascendant and a Libra moon. Right now, with Aries, you have to understand Aries think they're the smartest people on the planet and the smartest motherfuckers in a bunch, and they're emotional manipulators. So if you understand who they are as people, you should be able to deal with them. I let them tell me everything that they're trying to do, and I don't get emotionally attached to what they're saying at all, because I know half of what they're saying is bullshit. Okay? Half of what they saying is bullshit, half of it is truth. Listen for the lie in an Aries conversation, and then you'll find out exactly what's going on with them. Listen for the lie. Because they're going to tell you some shit, so follow your ears nicely. But you have to listen to the consistency in the conversation and then watch where it goes. That don't sound right. The way it goes, that don't sound right. That's usually where the lie is. So you put a little tag right there to go back later. Continue listening. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. They're very they're stubborn, but they're loyal. But they also have their own agendas going on. So you have to understand, they're the type of motherfuckers that'll do this. Aries people are the type of people that I cannot stand when it comes down to this type of shit. We gonna hang out today, right? Or I got something to do. Oh, I want to go with you. This is Aries. Oh, I want to go with you. Well, where are we going? Where are we going? I'm gonna go to the store. Oh, I need to go to the store too. All right, we go to the store. Aries, oh, well, could we stop and go here? And then could we stop and go there? And then can we stop and do this? And I'm like, you never fucking get to the store you initially went to go to because you fucking with them. That's what I don't like about Aries. They're not gonna tell you, I'm only hanging out with you right now because I got a whole bunch of fucking errands I need to do, and I need you to drive because I don't want to spend no gas money. I want to be in your car because you got a nicer car. Okay? I got a Chevy and you got a BMW, and bitch, I want to stunt in the car with you. So I'm gonna use you for your gas money in your car, but you gonna do all of the different errands I need to do. We gonna do it in your car with your shit in your time and never get to the shit you need to do. That's what I don't like about them. Emotional manipulators. They got plans but never finish anything, or they get with people who help them finish their plans. They usually tend to get with Virgos. Virgos see them bullshitting and they just sit up there, they kick off the ball. The Virgo actually puts it in the hoop and makes it happen. They know how to get with Tauruses, Virgos, some Libras to get all of their business done. They're good, what do you call it, delegators. They're not good completers. Right, you give up on things because they get tough. That's where you need Virgos, you need earth signs, you need Tauruses and Virgos to be able to finish it off. A Virgo is about the only ones that can tolerate tolerate Tauruses and Virgos are the only ones, and Capricorns can tolerate an Aries and that kind of half-assing shit. Because we know where their weaknesses are, and we like, okay, they can start this shit and we gotta finish it. Right. They get bored. They get bored because they're the babies of the zodiac, y'all. Aries, even though they come first, they are the most immature of all the zodiac signs because they're the babies. Everybody else is older than them. But they supposed to act smarter than everybody. They the hotheads. But they smarter than everybody, but they're the babies of the zodiac. Okay, and then you have certain people like Aries like hanging around crazy ass Geminis, but Geminis can fuck them up too because they got two different people inside of them. Very short attention span, very. You know what I'm saying? And I have that as an ascendant, so that's a part of me, but not really. Says, man, you a cap and a Sag, Mary. Hard combo, getting along, communicating. Oh, girl, yo, you. Geminis are sweet. They just get that other motherfucker in them. You got your child, and then there's the other motherfucker that show up every once in a while. And you have to know how to handle them. They got 7 people living in them at one time. 7 people. Leos, Leos are interesting. Leos are interesting. Now, they can be loyal, but they got options. See, Leos are charismatic as your Aries, but they got options. They always got somebody waiting in the motherfucking wings somewhere just in case somebody fuck up. That's what I don't like about them. I've had them. They're toxic for Virgos. Leos are toxic for Virgos. Don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with them. You will get a divorce. You will get a divorce because it's like polar opposites. You understand? We walk the walk. Leos talk the talk, but we actually walk it and talk it. Get it? Some of them can't keep up. You understand? Some of them can't keep up. They're very charming, very sweet, very well-meaning, but got that eye that goes, yeah, I'm gonna have to get that number and put it in my back pocket just in case this bitch fuck up. If they do break up with you, trust me, they're not gonna be by themselves long. They're not gonna be by themselves long. They don't like being by themselves long. They have an issue with that. If you want to find out how Leo is, watch Lions and Lionesses. And there you go. So I have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, that's crazy. How y'all all in there not arguing? That's a whole bunch of strong ass personalities, family grind. Damn. And only one earth sign? That's a lot of water and fire. Look, you got fire and water signs put each other out. Earth is the only thing that can keep everybody okay. Of course, you know who get a lot of sex? Leos, Scorpios, and Cancers. Quiet as kept. Cancers. The freaks of the industry, baby. Virgos are freaks too, but we are more conservative with our shit. But yeah, they get a lot of that. She's having ready to give up the ghost. That's what like you got a lot of strong personalities. Those are strong personality signs, and you ain't got nobody in the middle to mediate shit. But yeah, the Leos are going to get that, and Leos can be very short fused. Leos have their moments of being short fused. I'll say that much. You have to really piss them off, tick them off to get that. Okay, you really do. You got to do something that's gonna really boom, man, that make them blow up. Because usually they don't care. They're very whatever. You know what I'm saying? But when you piss them off, they might put they might put their damn fist through a wall. You have to be very careful with them. You curse that you. That's a good and that's mild. When they get mad, if they don't normally curse and they curse, they're mad as hell at you. Virgos on the other chance, Virgos are sadistic motherfuckers. You need to leave them alone when they get mad at you. They gonna kill your ass. Them the bitches that commit murder and get away with it. And they gonna do it by themselves. They don't need no motherfucking help. And the Scorpio gonna be like, I ain't saying shit, bitch. I've had the guns. Scorpios are gonna have this shit. They're gonna be like, girl, I know you did what you did, but we gonna have all this shit. We ain't gonna say nothing forever. Aquariuses are wishy-washy. I like them because they're intellectual. Their intellect is off the fucking meter. I love having conversations with them. They make a lot of things I have on my mind make sense, but they can be very indecisive about the things that they want, and that pisses me off. And yeah, Pisces moon. I can believe it. I can believe it. They're very, but they can be jealous hearted, and they can be jealous hearted amongst friends, and they can hide that shit, and then they come out at inopportune times. You like all this time your ass been jealous of a bitch. Like what the fuck is going on there? You gotta understand. Scorpios are you gotta understand I got a soft spot in my area for Scorpios, but I know how them motherfuckers is too. Okay? You gotta understand how they operate though to understand them. You gotta really be their friend first, even though they make it hard because they be trying to come on to you and shit. But Scorpios trust is a big thing with them. And you have to watch what you do around them. See, they the type of people, this is the trick to a Scorpio. You have to make them believe they're in charge when they're really not. That's how you hang out with a Scorpio. Let them do everything. You have to pretend you're part of their entourage. That's how you get along with a Scorpio. You have to make them believe, put it like this, the essence of a woman in a marriage is to make the husband believe he's in charge when he actually isn't. Okay? That's the essence of being a woman. Same thing fares for Scorpio. Make them believe they the friend in charge and it's cool. That's it. Smart, yeah, but flaky. Exactly. They are flaky. Uh-huh. Start, yep. I mean, Virgos are really cool. I honestly, when other people tell me they're Virgos, part of me cringes because I know what the fuck you're capable of. It's like looking in the mirror. So you can't bullshit me. And then the thing is that I'm a different type of Virgo. There's two types of Virgos. There's them thieving lying bitches, and then it's them ones that are very they're very quiet, they're very to themselves, they're very critical, but they workaholics like a motherfucker. But it's a group of us that are fucking, there's some of us in August, them bitches will lie, screw, do whatever the fuck they need to do, especially when they've been hurt enough. Them some dastardly motherfuckers. Now that's one thing I can say about a Virgo. You can change a Virgo from an angel to a demon just like that. Fuck them up on the heart level, tear them up. They become your worst fucking enemy, the worst shit walking on the planet. How do you think Al Capone was a Virgo? That motherfucker killed people. Say gangster. Okay? Hell, shit. What is his name? What is his name? I know who else. Dave Chappelle is a Virgo. The dude that killed his wife is a fucking Virgo. Let's see. Libras. Yeah, that's my moon. Libras the moon. Libras are balancers. This is the part. Libras is the ones that love to be in love. They in love with love. I have a Libra moon, so I'm a Virgo with a Libra moon and Aries ascendant. All those signs mixed into one. Love to be in love, hence Chinese dramas. Very, very much so business-like, but also very fair on the side of Libra. We balance things. We like things to be fair. And great mediators, you're right. Moon signs do matter. They really do. Because there's some people got fucked up combinations, baby. You like, I ain't never met a person like you like this. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that are double cancers and double Scorpios. They Scorpios through and through. They straight Scorpio. And it's like their ascendant might be something else, but they Scorpio sun and moon. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Well, I love my Scorpios. I love my Scorpios. I like my Libras. I work well with them. Aries are okay as long as they ain't trying to bullshit me. Who else? I like Sagittarius, but Sagittarius get you in a fight though. They talk. They mouths too wicked. Their mouths are too wicked. Their mouths will get your ass beat up and shit. You like, we gonna fight. We gonna end up having to fight our way out this goddamn restaurant, fucking around with a Sagittarius. Yes, the ones I'm telling you, them ones and all them. It's some Scorpios it's Scorpios in October, and then it's Virgos in August. Them, they got, I'm telling you, that's like it's like a whole nother twin size. It's like a night and day. As I've met Scorpios that are cool as fuck, the November ones, cool as fuck. Them motherfuckers in October near Hillary Clinton's birthday, October 27th shit, them bitches is evil as fuck. I'm like, oh my God, stay the fuck away from me, because I'm gonna have to hurt you. They mouths is off for all of that. I'm like, eh. But the August Virgos, same way. Them motherfuckers will literally get your ass fucked up, or they'll be out there doing the most dastardly shit. And the reason why they're evil is fuck is because they doing evil shit in the background that don't nobody know nothing about. But the people that I usually get along with is, like I said, Scorpios are really cool with me. Libras, Geminis, I like them on being just friends. I wouldn't want to work with a Gemini. Geminis are too demanding for me. They get too, hey, do this. I'm like, bitch, I'm not your dog. You got me fucked up. Now Scorpios working with a Scorpio can be very demanding too. They can be some taskmasters, but I can deal with them. My mom was a Scorpio. I could deal with her. Yeah, the bipolar ass Geminis. I ain't gonna even lie about that one. They are a mess. Now Capricorns, that's them my laid back homies. I can hang out with them all day. Them my girls. That's my daughter's side. I'm so happy I had her, that a kid that was like that. Caps, I can hang out with them all day. We ain't got no problems. We on the same wavelength, all of that. The only thing I hate is that when y'all have problems, I like it and I hate it at the same time, because if you're my best friend, I want you to talk to me. But Capricorns are their own counselors. They do not need to talk to you about their shit. They're going to keep it to themselves. If it's really bothering them, they will come and talk to you. If it's really bad, they their own counselor. They keep their own counsel. They don't really fuck. They're like, I don't need you to know my business like that. They don't want you up in their shit like that. They can be difficult, but you have to understand how they are. They're not ones to share. They're not sharing people with verbally what's going on with them. Shit that touches their heart, they're not going to talk to you about. But it also depends on who their Capricorn was raised by. If they were raised by very stern parents, then they're going to be very stern people. They can be cool, but it's different sides to Capricorns. And guess who only sees that shit? Aries. Aries see the wildness. Capricorns be wild in the motherfucker, baby. Them some big old freaks. And they are wild. They keep that shit real conservative. You know, I would never do such a thing. Lying ass woman. Get the fuck out of here. Say, look, I have 2 cousins, Capricorn. 2. We went to a party. It had a stripper there. The stripper came over there bothering us at our little table, right? The Capricorns, which I thought were very conservative, and I'm the more wilder one of the crew. I was like, oh, he finna bother y'all. He took one of the Capricorns over there. And you know how they bother you, get you on sitting on the chair and all that shit. And before he could finish his routine, my cousin had flipped his ass and was spanking him on the floor. Okay, she was spanking the stripper. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm telling y'all's mama. I'm like, since when y'all do this shit? And y'all act like church ladies and shit. Oh no. Then the other stripper that was with him went to go get the sister. She had that motherfucker on the wall tearing his ass up. I was like, oh my God. I am the church lady in the crew because ain't no way in hell I was going to do that. There's no way in hell I'd be up here. That aggressive with people watching? No. I do have my limits. I got my little crazy shit, but I do my crazy shit behind closed doors. These bitches is out loud. Okay, I was like, oh my God. So don't tell me about what no Capricorn won't do. Okay? Capricorns, they act like church ladies. Them bitches ain't no church ladies. This was straight. Woo! Them girls, they got you fooled, baby. They got you fooled. Because I was like, how the hell y'all Aries gonna be with y'all boring asses? They ain't boring. That's the look that you see. The Aries, no, that ain't no little tiny, quiet little church mess. Not at all. Not at all, ma'am. That's why they have some wild ass Aries with them. That Aries understand them. They love that shit. I gotta get going, y'all. We're going on 3 hours like we on the phone. Y'all little mayonnaise be having me on the phone like y'all my sisters and stuff for real. Oh my God. I gotta get my ass off this damn thing. But yes, we done went through zodiac signs and everything else. I gotta get off of here because my daughter wants me to take her to this restaurant called Chris to get her some they sell Korean food and it's really, really good. So we're going to get some of that. And she sent me a text. Let me know when you're ready to go get food. All right, maymays. Everybody have an excellent Saturday. I'll be back next Saturday. We'll figure out what we're gonna talk about. I'm quite sure y'all may have seen some of this stuff already. So see you soon. Take care. Bye bye, babies.